Alright, it is time for more of the 100 line. Now, before I continue this ending, or this route, sorry. Does it say? Okay, so it only says what the route is back there. I'm going back to the romance route. Because I got spoiled to what happens if you reject Tsubasa. And I clicked away and I'm like, alright, I want to continue this on my own and then I'm gonna get this ending and then I'm gonna go back to where I was. It's gonna really hurt me to do this, but I don't want to, but let's get this over with now. I don't even really want to voice this, or like, I just kind of want to get through this.
You just don't like me back? Sorry. That was really mean of me.
Aww. No, she's not. Yeah, that was painful. Deepest condolences. No, I need to take this off. Quickly going through this because I don't like this.
Well, how do you like it? This is the luxurious massage technique of the All Suzuki family. You're experiencing? Forget your shoulder blades. You probably...
And this is the Magadori.
Yeah, I'm skipping through this.
This actually... You call those stiff muscles? They melted in our hands like...
But Lady Kurata, the vestiges of it...
Destroy it! Just hold it.
Me too! My heart... It only feels this good because you worked so...
You're holding a lot of tech... Oh, is the poo...
You're stuck with a cry and wail to...
Yeah, that hurt. But apparently there is a Nozomi option if you reject all of them.
Fine. It's your just 3 charge through.
So kind of want to see that. Save progress.
Good morning. Can you bowl? Is this what it... Stay alert until you're...
Yeah.
All right, let's get our final interview.
I want to thank you for all your hard work. Honestly, I never dreamed you would take this so seriously, Takumi. Juggling preparation for defensive battles and the roller coaster of romance. Sense of responsibility knowing you had to respond to all those girls' feelings. Must have been a lot. Well, I'm definitely exhausted, but I'll never regret this game as long as I live. I feel truly blessed to have been your game master, but still. What was that dream about anyway? Right, I started a game because we interpreted your dream to mean one of the girls it was destined for you, but now we have to wonder what it all really meant. But it's fair to say you chose this outcome, right? Outcome? I mean, if you chose one of them, that dream would have tied you to her. And everything else would have just been an obstacle in your rightful destiny. That's at least one way to interpret things, right? In that sense, you decided that dream was nothing more than a dream. I see. What was that dream all about anyway? It's the reason I'm standing here without any answers. Anyway, the reason you chose the situation because you didn't fall in love, right? You reject those girls because if you didn't like it, I'm like that, right? Could it be despite how many times you denied it, you really do like Nozomi after all? Yup. So, I'm very curious to, because I heard about, got spoiled to this route, to the fact that you can say this. I'm curious where it ends up too much to want to go through the entire other route, because this will just be on my mind. Yeah, I constantly deny my feelings for a romantic, but who was I fooling? I like Nozomi. I see. I really wish you said something sooner. I could have changed the game or stopped it or something else even. I'm sorry. I only realized it myself because you asked just now. But yeah, I really do like Nozomi. Is she like listening in? So we don't need to dwell on the what ifs. I'm sorry. Why would you be sorry, Moko? I feel like I caused you to repress your feelings with this little game. Come on. Could be true, but there's no sense in bringing it up now. The game might have repressed my feelings, but it was time for me to figure them out. You don't need to worry. Okay, well if you insist, I won't. Please don't. What are you gonna do now? What am I gonna do? Your feelings. It's already day 98. Win or lose, that timing will be over after our next defensive battle. Are you okay with not telling her how I feel, not confessing? What is there to confess? I've hardly spent time with anyone other than contestants in this game this whole 100 days. I barely spent any time with Nozomi. So you're saying there's no point in telling her because she wouldn't say yes? I mean, that's an unsharpable way to put it, yeah. You sound cultured, Takumi. All three girls told me something after they confessed to you. That they were glad you told them how they felt, even if you hadn't them down. Not one of them said they wouldn't have said anything if they knew it wouldn't end up with you. Here's what I think. Every heart in love wants to express itself. Of course, there are beautiful feelings of affection that never confessed, but I'm certain that the hearts they belong to wanted to share them. What does your heart say, Takumi? Are you sure it's not begging to tell Nozomi? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure why I brushed off the question. My feelings for Nozomi were yearning to reveal to her. Am I yearning to tell her how I feel? But... By the way, just this once, I don't think you have to worry about deciding her, okay? She's as good as person as you, Takumi, and surprisingly open-hearted. Thank you. Stood up after thanking her. Where you going? It's obvious to find Nozomi. Good luck out there, soldier. If I die out there, please pick up all my bones. You can trust your gun, Moko. I'm assuming this ending she'll probably reject me.
So, what did you want to talk about?
But there are probably other endings where they do end up together.
Nozomi,
I knew more than anyone I need to say, but the words weren't coming. The feeling I want to express were trapped in my
Is
throat.
it something that's difficult to talk about? Should we try again later?
actually...
So my first time experience being on this side of the romantic interaction, I had no idea how terrifying it was to express those feelings to someone. All three had managed to overcome their terror to me. I finally understood them before, but it was too late, and that understanding nearly brought me to tears. Those stinging as I spoke.
Nozomi...
I probably don't need to tell you what her response was. She apologized, explaining the things too sudden for her. We had to start as friends. But I wanted to see her reaction! If we tried these 100 days and got back to the satellite, we'd go out somewhere. But at least I succeeded in lining myself up for that after day 101. Calmly accepted that everything had ended because it was so logical, but I was still glad I told her. I wanted to know her reaction to that. Not just, oh, she said no. I'm assuming saying no will bring you to day 100, alright. Join the invader hunt, no. Let me just skip to the... this part. Yeah, because I did do a decent way through this. Let me just get back to that. Okay. Let's just get everything that I can. Oh, right, because Cranial Fracture is already at max. I don't know when I'm gonna get you. I mean, nah, I don't really need that. Oh, he actually gets a punching thing? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do that. Honestly, no. Alright. Oh god. Hi, Connor! Good morning. You missed... I got an ending. You missed me getting, like, a quick ending, because I got spoiled to one of the romance route things, so I just went to go do it myself. I learned that if you reject all the girls in the romance route, you're able to then confess to Nozomi. So I went to go do that. Alright. So, no. Grade. Need to see... Yes, I just quickly did that. Now I'm back on this route I was doing before. I should look for a social studies one then. A social studies character. So Kako or Kurara.
Oh, wow! I've never received something like this before. I love it.
Alright, so studies at 4. Report card. So I need my exploration at 4. But I forgot who got character's exploration. Probably Kurara, I'm gonna guess. What is Kurara like? Silverware. Alright, cool.
How did you know something?
Yep. Something may have been brewing behind the scenes without me noticing, but since I had nowhere ascertaining that, I simply decided to go to bed and sleep for the night. I jumped out of my bed, dashed out of my room. Wait, who screamed? Shoma. Hiroko, Tsubasa, Takuma were on the roof already. Was that Shoma just now? Yeah, I came running out when I heard it. I was already here when she came out. The scream came from the back of the buildings. Are you sure? Trust me, I've got dog's hearing. Alright, let's go. We made our way down to the ship as quickly as we could and headed in for the back of the school. It did take us long to reach our destination where we saw... Oh, hi! What, was he pushed off the roof?
Shoma!
Rushed over to the chair. Wait a minute! So... if you go on the killing route, Shoma's the first one to die. If you don't do on the killing route, he dies in a different way. First. Though I guess Tenkura was the first one to die. Never mind, but still.
Nothing. He's dead.
No way.
This time our other team members came running as well. It was Nozomi, Moko, Koshika, Yagamu, and Kurara. They gasped as their eyes went wide when they showed Soma's body.
Impossible.
So, because I didn't do the killing game, are people just gonna start dropping like flies on this route? Because I said, no, fuck your killing game.
Is he breathing?
No.
Unfortunately.
Get your act together. It's too early to give up. We just heard him screaming. He can't have been dead longer than 10 minutes.
Right. We can use the Revive-O-Matic to bring him back.
Let's get him to the infirmary!
Yes, but just one moment.
The hell?
Sir Ima, Lady Kako, and Lady Darumi have not shown up yet.
Hey, you're right.
Maybe they woke up early and went to the cafeteria first?
Even so, they should have heard the scream. Weird that they didn't come running like the rest of us.
Who cares if they're not here?
Discuss that. Get Shoma to the infirmary now.
Yeah, I'll carry him there on my back. I don't know how to work the Revive-O-Matic, though.
I'll come with you. The rest of you can go look for Ima, Kako, and Darumi.
Got it.
Takamaru put Shoma on his back and immediately ran off to the infirmary. The rest of us split up to look for Ima, Kako, and Darumi. Yeah, exactly. Like, hold on a moment. Before you save his life, or try to save his life, why are these people not here? I partnered up with Hiroko and decided to start with the cafeteria. Imo, Kako, Darumi, anyone there? Looks like they're not here. Yes, let's try somewhere else. We dashed to the hallway towards the gym, but when we got there... Hey, I can't open the door. Wait, I remember thinking I saw Ima in the gym yesterday. Peered through the small, slightly ajar door. There's a latch. Someone latched the door from the inside. We're gonna have to break the door down. Right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ima's dead corpse. 1, 2, 3. This noise we started making attracting others to the gym as well. We need some help over here, guys! Everyone nodded, took a couple steps back, and prepared to charge the door. Ready? Go! Latch broke apart as the crackly sounds we tumbled in the gym. And lying on the floor in front of us... Why? Alright, so this is the first route where she died, but it looks like she poisoned herself.
This is...
unbelievable.
Ran to Kako and put a finger on her neck. There was no pulse. She was deathly cold. Hiroko came from behind me and started examining Kako's body. Once she had finished, she turned to the others and silently shook her head. Well, it's a good thing I gave her that gift yesterday. It was my final day with her.
But it's okay. She couldn't have been dead for too long, like Shoma.
Then we should take her to the infirmary now!
Yeah.
Nozumi ran over to Kako and lifted her up. She did something, fell out of right at Kako's hand. What's this, a medicine bottle? The time I noticed it, Nozumi has already run off the gym carrying Kako's body. The rest of us started to leave. Hiroko suddenly spoke up. Wait, Yugumo, you go with Nozomi. Moko, Koshika, Kurara, continue looking for Ima and Darumi. Takumi, you stay here. What? Why? Just do as I say for now. I'll explain later. Alright! Let's be off at once! Leaving here, only Hiroko and myself in the scene of the crime. Why only me? There's only one exit here, and it was locked shut. Turned to look at the exit. Lying on the floor was a mop that had been broken into 3 pieces. Mop handle has been used to make makeshift left. It would be impossible for someone to latch the door like that from the inside, which means the incident happened in the locked room. Assuming this can be true, there are only 2 possibilities I can think of. Can you guess what they are? The first possibility is, I should say, is Kako killed herself, right?
Oh.
Yes, and look at that bottle drop from her hand. What does the label say? It's an abbreviation for tetrodotoxin. An extremely poisonous. Swallowing just 1 or 2 milligrams is fatal. Are you saying Kako drank this? I don't know, but we'll have to think about this later. The other possibility is a more pressing one, because if Kako didn't take the poison herself, the killer is still hiding somewhere in the gym. Yes, and if there is a killer, that is. That's why I only told you to stay behind. Alright, let's look around. Hiroko and I searched the gym as cautiously as we could. Despite leaving no stone unturned, we didn't find anyone hiding anywhere. This makes it clear that Kako took her own life. Does it though? Shoma was found sliced up at the back of the building around the same time. Do you find it strange that somebody killed him while Kako killed herself? No, there's nothing strange about that if Kako had been the one to kill Shoma. After stabbing to death, she ran to Jim, blocked the doors with a mop handle, and ingested the poison to kill herself. Maybe, but that wouldn't make sense if Kako died before Shoma. Remember how Kako felt when you touched her body? Yeah, she'd gone completely cold. I noticed it too. It's probably been several hours since she died. So Kako killed herself sometime last night, and then somebody killed Shoma sometime this morning. Or Kako was also murdered. That's a possibility as well. How is it possible when the door was latched from the inside? Wait, there's something more important here. If Kako had already been dead for hours, guess I'm afraid it's already too late for her. Oh no. Probably too late for Shoma too. They were standing with Graves' look on their faces. How are Shoma and Kako? Oh, we managed to successfully revive Shoma. That's great. Yes, what a relief. But he's still unconscious. His physical body's been restored to full health, and it seems like he hasn't recovered mentally from the attack yet. Where is he? Sleeping in his room. Takemaru's taking care of him. And what about Kako? We did put her body in the Rivomanic, but alas. It was written on the screen Mirror Heartsink. Cause of death. Perilous induced oxyacin. Estimated time of death, day 27, between 1 and 4 a.m. Poison detected in the body. No extreme injuries found in the body. Too much time has passed since death. Impossible to revive. The silence of the room was broken by the door being thrown open, 3 people running in. Jeremy, you're safe. Where were you all this time? In the rec room, playing slots! You were doing what? You can't blame me! I overslept this morning, didn't see anyone in the cafeteria! I assumed everyone was off doing their own thing! Koshika and I found her in the rec room and dragged her here. We already told her about Shoma and Kako. Still, we don't know if they've been successfully revived, so here we are. Did it go well? Hey, Ima. Hi, Ima. You're about to go fucking berserk. I fell asleep in my dear sister's room last night. When I woke up, she was nowhere to be found. I've been looking all over for her ever since. I saw him running around the hallways like a headless chicken and brought him here. Where's my dear sister? What happened to her? I explained the situation who just arrived. The news that Kako could no longer be revived hit everyone like a ton of bricks. Tears started welling up in Moko and Koshika's eyes while Kurao was sniffling under her mask. Durumi alone shed no tears. She had a vacant look on her face as she stared at briefly into space. As for Ima, I am worried about pressing A right now. I've been worried what Ima would have say in a timeline where Kako dies before him.
No! 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 Dear sister! My dear sister!
See, I thought she might have killed herself if, like, she found out Ima died or something. Now I'm worried he's gonna, like, jump off the roof. He's either gonna kill himself, or he's gonna start killing us. With an anguished cry, the distraught Ima lost control of already started lashing out. We managed to wrestle him to the ground, put his limbs down as he struggled violently.
Wait here while I go grab the gamma fuel.
What's that?
A powerful anesthetic. We have some in the biolab.
Yugumu dashed off quickly as he could. He came back a while later, while the gamma fuel, which he had then injected into Ima. The drug caused Ima to weaken and slump over. Yugumu observed him closely.
All is fine now. He's unlikely to wake up before tomorrow morning.
After that, we took Kako's body back to the morgue. I guess Moko would probably be the best one to watch over him if he starts fighting again. There were now 3 bodies lying on tables in the morgue. Kako's body was the smallest. I kept staring at her when I closed my eyes. I could still see her innocent smile. Couldn't believe that girl I thought of my own little sister was now gone. Don't let Ima let you think that. Don't let Ima hear that, your thought like that. An indescribable ache spread through my chest, and the thought of unable to stand the pain, I forced myself to look away. After that, we went to the courtyard to check the cages. Eva was still inside her, the door securely locked. Hiroko and I went to tell the others what we learned from investigating the gym. The improvised latch, the bottle of poison, and now there had been no one else inside. While we were talking, the sun had set and the darkness of night was slowly taking over. It was already evening. Since nobody was in the mood for a meal, we all gathered in the leisure lounge instead of the cafeteria. Sir Takamaru, were you not supposed to be attending Sir Shoma? Yugumo took over. Shoma's still out cold, but he's physically fine now. I just don't understand why Akaku would kill herself. As I already explained, we don't know for sure if it was a suicide. We haven't found a suicide note, not in the gym, or her clothes, or in her room. But the gym door was shut from the inside! And you didn't find anyone else in there, correct? Yes, but I find it hard to accept that Kaku killed herself when Shoma was clearly killed by someone else.
Oh.
Why would she do such a thing? I won't be fully convinced until I see clear reason surfaces. I think she was murdered too! My head sponsor was trying to get us to join the invader hunt! They did warn us this would happen! We all heard what that recording said, remember? All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated! All who refuse, that means the rest of us are targets too. You telling us the sponsor wants to kill us all? First threatening message said something about everyone dying too. It sure did! First and second threats! We assumed they were written by different people because of the handwriting! But I'm starting to think it was the same person after all! We went against the first note! We ignored the demand to leave the academy and chose to stay behind the school instead! That gave the culprit an idea! I hold a killing game and force those guys to murder each other! But when we get against their second request as well, they decided they were gonna have to do it themselves! By it, you mean killing us? Yep, it all makes sense when you think this way, doesn't it? That would mean the perpetrators already murdered 4 people. 4? Sir Gaku, Lady Kako, Sire, and Sir Shoma. Though Sir Shoma was lucky enough to escape the jaws of death. So we're going up against a ruthless serial killer here? Can't just let someone butcher our friends and get away scot-free. But how do we find them? Haven't mentioned this earlier? The killer may be one of us. Not everyone is a suspect, though. It would have been impossible for Takumi, Tsubasa, or Takamaru, or me to have done this. How can you be so sure? Oh, that's right. The 4 of us met each other on the rooftop this morning, immediately after hearing Shoma scream. He was stabbed in the back of the building. Even if we could teleport, there was no way we could have appeared on the rooftop after slicing him up so badly. He wasn't thrown down from the rooftop after being sad, either. His body hasn't taken any fall damage. Just a moment. What if all 4 of you were working together? Yes, it would definitely seem possible from that point of view. That would also mean 1 in the 3 of our team are killers. I don't think the SU would be worth much then. That line of reasoning is strong enough to prove your innocence. Anyway, what are the rest of you doing at that time? Remember those who came after us were Nozumi, Koshika, and Kurara. Moko and Yugama too. Though, aren't they here right now? Where did you guys come from? I ran into the entrance hall. Knowing the other route, it's totally the other Eiko that's killing us. From the other universe. We just don't know he exists, so I'm going to assume it's him that's doing this shit. I simply found myself in a group as I was heading to the back of that building. How did you know to go there? Well, I heard Shoma scream, but I chose to wait in my room first before making a move. Then I overheard you guys talking outside. You said something about the scream coming from the back of the building, remember? So I thought you didn't see the crime. Zumi and Jerome said the same thing, but I couldn't tell if they were telling the truth. Whatever the case, there's no denying the perpetrator would have joined up with the group halfway through without anyone realizing. Your suspicions are misplaced, especially when there's a much likelier suspect to cast our aspirations on. Yes, someone who didn't even show up at the crime scene! Oh wait, you mean me? You were totally trying to get us to join that stupid killing game. So when we refused to cave after the second threat, you decided to... It wasn't me! I had nothing to do with that threat, I overslept, that's all! We all shot Jerumi's deeply suspicious look. Her dismay and bewilderment were palpable. Beads of sweat rolled down her face, her makeup run. Can I say something? I think it's counterproductive for us to start downing each other like this. How are we going to handle the future battles if we can't stay united? Let's calm down, think about things rationally. Under normal circumstances, the probability of the killer being an outsider is a lot higher than the alternative. But wouldn't the outsider be able to slip in without triggering the alarm? Well, that's... Maybe it was Eva! Impossible. We checked the cage just now, remember? She was still inside and the gate was properly locked. Not only that, I have the key right here. This is the only key, and it can't be duplicated, as Hiroko said. I also locked my door last night, so nobody could have stolen the key from me when I was asleep. But if you were working with her, I can debunk that theory. Takumi has been with me since morning. Even if he had let Eva out of the cage last night to stab Shoma, he couldn't have locked it up back this morning without my knowledge. You need the key to lock the cage as much as you need it to unlock it. It means it's one of us. No, that can't be. There has to be a way for someone to come in without triggering the alarm. There's always a possibility that nobody slipped in at all. What are you saying? I'm saying the killer could have already been hiding in the academy before the first team was dispatched here. That's true. If they were here already, that wouldn't have triggered the alarm. So that person's still hiding in the school right now? All of a sudden, Tsubasa raised her voice. I know. I can make an organic life detection device. Organic life? Detection device? But it's a machine that detects a large number of living organisms on school ground. Won't be advanced enough to pinpoint their exact locations, but it'll have a precise number that should tell us if there's really an outsider hiding here. Yeah, make something like that! I found a similar function when investigating Eva's mask 2 days ago. I took the opportunity to start it thoroughly. So yes, I can make something in 7 days? 7 days. Till then, let's stop being suspicious of each other like Nozomi suggested. We'll assume that the killer is an outsider until proven wrong. What do you guys say? What is this? That was completely on my mind. Before it shut down completely. Day 30. Wait, whoa, what?
Get ready for your prepare to be ready to give your lot.
Hold on, I can just see here. Alright, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 days. It was deja vu time. She knows right away was awakened. Leapt to her feet with an ear-piercing scream. She scuttled frankly around the room a few times, and the last before coming to a stop, and then she just stood there in a daze. I watched that entire scene play out before sitting up. What day is it today? Day 39. I fainted on the night of day 27, so I've been out for 11 days. Yeah, we were almost out of emergency feeding drips. Why did I lose consciousness? I did not get stabbed on... I didn't get stabbed on day 27. My old wound didn't reopen. Well, you think you have the feigning disease. Feigning disease? Also known as psychogenic voodoo, whatever that says. A disease that causes you to suddenly lose consciousness after being exposed to strong psychological shock or stress. Like your mind just blows out. I have a disease like that? Yeah, after what happened to Shoma and Kako on day 27. Your mind suffered a heavy blow, and even though you somehow made it to the nighttime okay, the moment you felt like you could relax, your mind completely shut down. How could you tell I had this disease? This is the third time you fainted out of the blue, right? And it always takes a long time for you to regain consciousness. That didn't seem like normal behavior, so we decided to scan your brain. Using the Ribomanics diagnosis function. I don't remember contracting any disease like that. This is what the machine's analyst says. Traces of treatment found on damaged parts of the brain. Feigning disease likely developed as an after effect. Treatment on damaged parts of my brain? I don't know exactly what happened, but at any rate, the damage isn't life-threatening and doesn't affect your cognitive function of your judgment. So that part you have nothing to worry about, at least. Easy for you to say. That means I could faint again if something stressful happens, right? Yeah, but I'm sure it'll be alright, as long as we make sure nothing too stressful happens again. So, was anything changed? Like, have you guys learned anything about the killer while I was out? No, we haven't made progress in that area. The unknown killer remains at large, and we don't have a single clue to follow. Nobody's been attacked then, so we're still alive at least. What about Shoma and Ima? Shoma's regained consciousness already, but he said he doesn't know who stabbed him. You can ask him about yourself later. And Ima? He barricaded him in his room and hasn't said much to us. Just a word to us, then we delivered food to him. He needs to say he didn't fight in the defensive battle that happened on day 33. Ima, Shoma, and Darumi sat out on the battle as usual. Are those three still suspicious of me? Yeah, Darumi, okay. They seem to think you're the most likely suspect, but even if you weren't the one, it has to be someone from the SDU. That's what those three believe. When they saw me, they said things like, "You're awake," or "Thank goodness." Everyone was quietly rejoicing about seeing me on my feet again. Their reactions were a lot more subdued than before. I could hardly blame them. This is the third time I've woken up after losing consciousness. At least that's what I thought, but it turns out they had a reason to be despondent. The dark gloomy aura hung over the group as indicated there was something more at play here. I finished breakfast and returned to my room. Soon after, Tsubasa came knocking. So I'll ejected everyone saying now. Want to know why? Sure. Or can I act like detective device? Oh right, you finished it 5 days ago. Yeah, but now I wish I hadn't. Why not? Because this is the reason everyone's jumping at shadows. 13. Yep, the number of life forms in this academy. All of us, including Eva, which means there's no outsiders from the school, and the culprit is really one of us. Yeah, that's why everyone believes now, except for me and Nozomi, that is. You two still think it was an outsider? I don't know, but the killer could have fled outside after stabbing Shoma, right? Possibility that happens even more to me, but I forced myself not to voice those doubts. Anyway, that's why everyone's so down. Basically, it's because they're all suspicious of one another. This isn't gonna end well. Without trust, we won't be able to put up a united front during the next defensive battle. So can't you do something, Takumi? I'll do what I can to help it as well. Just tell me what you need. Oh, I just remembered. I finished the other thing you asked me to make a while ago. What thing? You know, the remote detonator that will trigger the bomb in Eva's body? I managed to complete after carefully investigating her body, with her consent, of course. Thanks. This puts me at ease. It'll probably add Eva to the team starting from the next battle. Yeah, that should help out her combat power. The problem is getting the others to trust her. Well, I've done my part. The rest is up to you. Up to me. How should I do this? The killer could have fled outside after stabbing Shoma. To be honest, I don't think they did. I have no concrete proof, but everything that happened felt so far like a larger scheme that someone was orchestrating. At the very least, I was convinced the culprit wasn't going to stop at Shoma's stabbing. In that case, excluding myself, the killer must be one of the other 12 students at this academy. No, wait. Shoma was a victim. If Hiroko, Tsubasa, and Eva were also innocent, that leaves 7 suspects. Jarumi, Nozomi, Koshika, Yugamu, Moko, Ima, and Kurara. I never willingly choose to treat any of my friends as suspects, but it turns out I don't have a choice right now. I won't gain anyone's trust until I end up finding the real culprit. And if I don't have their trust, the SDU would fall apart and everyone would be annihilated. The only way to prevent that from happening is to reveal the identity of the killer. That was what the boy of the Undying Flame said. At any rate, this is the only way of resolving that I could think of. I have to find the culprit no matter what. No answer. Tried not, but it was locked. Ima, I know you're inside. Can we talk?
Hey!
Try and track the culprit down, but I need something to go on. Oh, you're awake, Miss Sumino. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can tell you. Come on, there has to be something. You see, I'm suspicious of you too. I think you may be the one to kill my dear sister. What are you talking about? I didn't kill her. In the first place, Kako, she killed herself? Is that what you're trying to say? A preposterous suggestion. There's absolutely no reason for my dear sister to do such a thing. She had no worries, no sorrows. If she developed any, she would have told me about them. My dear sister did not kill herself. I have no doubt she was murdered. Like I told you just now, I suspect the killer may have been you, Mr. Simono. The only reason I haven't exacted vengeance yet is because I'm not completely sure it was you. And accidentally killing the wrong person would be playing right into the hands of the real culprit. But I might lose my sense of reason if I continue to speak much longer. Can you please leave while I'm still in my right mind? You may refuse to respond any further. Oh, you're still in the cafeteria. Don't talk to us now! We're in the midst of a very serious discussion. We just refuse to listen to reason. What are you discussing about? I still don't believe the culprit is one of us. I'm trying to tell everyone to stop being suspicious of each other. You saw the device total on the life forms in the skull? Yeah, but that doesn't prove the crimes were inside jobs. The culprit could have fled outside the wall of fire. And we're trying to tell you that's not possible. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a killer who'd stop at 1 or 2 victims. They clearly want to kill everyone, both from the tape recordings and the first message. But I just can't. Takumi, say something. Well, I stammered, because I was more in line with Kurara's way of thinking than Nozomi's. I did feel bad for Nozomi, but I decided to simply avoid committing for now. Sorry, I just remembered I have something I need to do. Gotta go, bye! Wait, Takumi, come back here, please! Okay, you were here the other day, dude. What's so interesting about the place? I want to investigate Kaku's body again. What about you? I'm here to investigate the case as well. Your clumsy brain could ever bring us closer to the truth. Now be quiet. As if you're a clumsy brain.
Hey!
You know that's not what I meant! Anyway, have you looked at Kaku's body? Yes, and the other two as well. Huh? Eiko and Gaku too? Didn't we already check Gaku's body on 2024? Yes, but something happened to make me realize I needed to check it again. I've discovered two surprising facts about reinvestigating Kaku's body. The first concerns her cryptoglobin. Her body had almost been completely drained of it. There was a cut on her ankle. Her body has most likely been moved somewhere and hung up for an extended time. It was returned here after being completely drained of cryptoglobin. When? I'll get to that later. Let me tell you about my other discovery. She flipped the body over and one saw flabbergasted me. What the hell? Marks of a stolen heart. What? Somebody cut a hole in her back, smashed her ribs, and dug her heart out. Why would anybody do that? Before we talk about that, let's check the other bodies as well. Wait a minute. What's going on here? What indeed? Why are you so calm about this? Their hearts have been removed from their bodies. I know, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When did this happen? When we investigated Gaku's body on day 24, his back was still intact. It was still on day 27, too. I checked Eiko's Gaku's bodies when we moved Kako here. Nobody had holes in their back at that point in time. That means it must have happened somewhere after the night of day 27. The perpetrator likely did the deed to all three of them at the same time. That may have been why they extracted Kaku's cryptoglobin as well. Simple logic dictates that the culprit behind the series of events did it. But why? How should I know what the culprit is up to? Perhaps they are simply a lunatic who collects hearts as a hobby. Or a gourmet who enjoys sport of grilled myocarbon with a lemon on top. Both examples are crazy. And there's just one thing I can't seem to figure out. Why were the hearts extracted from the back? Making an opening in the chest would make removing them so much easier. Why go about it this way? Neither of us could come up with anything feasible, so we decided to investigate the bodies again, but there was not a single further clue to be found. Hello, Yugumo. Medicine. One of Mankind's most eminent inventions for sustaining life and dealing death. How can I help you today, Takumi? Does that include Kaku's death, too? Yeah, the suspicious circumstances of her death bother me. My main objective was to solve the attempted murder of Shoma, but that wasn't my own concern. Information might solve Kaku's case would be more than welcome. There are other cases to think about as well, like serious destruction and Gaku's murder. But I hadn't found any further clues to those cases, despite my thorough investigation on day 24. So I decided to focus on Shoma's case first, while the trail was still fresh. Is there something bothering you about Kaku's case? Yes, there is. Remember her cause of death? She ingested tetrodotoxin, an extremely potent poison. When we found her, she was holding a bottle labeled TTX tightly in her right hand. That bottle was originally from this biolab. So the poison was taken from here? That would appear to be the case. Whether it was by Kako and then killed herself with it, or by someone else who used it to kill Kako. Is this room open to everyone? Sure is. There's no lock on the door, and the cabinets are unsecured too. Anyone could have taken anything at any time. Somebody also stole that, plus syringes and needles to administer it. The substance you used to knock Ima out on day 27? The very same. But if it's still here, it hasn't been stolen, right? There are multiple bottles. Several are missing. Didn't happen recently either. I first noticed the missing bottles on day 27. When I came to get the supplies needed to help with Ima, I saw there was already some missing. Why would the killer do that? We don't know for sure if the killer was the one who stole them. The thing is, after the proper dilation, the substance can numb the body's pain and emotionally receptors without causing loss of consciousness. Perhaps that is why the thief wanted to use it for. The courtyard. You know, you want your mask back because you didn't like your face being open, and yet you didn't put your mask back on. It's killing me. Long time to see. I heard you were out cold for a while. I woke up with all of a sudden for some reason. I'm glad you did. Is there something I can help you with today? I decided to talk about something else. Do you remember what you told me before? And that you said you decided to take your chance with us, right? Yes, I will no longer try and self-destruct in everyone's presence for the reason I previously explained. Then, will you fight with us instead? What? Vashnis is the one that betrayed you. Is still alive, right? By joining us in battle, you can personally take your revenge against her and her underlings. Is that why Tsubasa asked to conduct a thorough investigation of my body the other day? So if I tried anything, the team would be able to detonate the bomb inside my body remotely. Using the device she made? Yeah, but I want to make one thing clear. I didn't ask for the device because I'm suspicious of you. It's just something I need to put the others at ease. Alright, you saved my life, so if there's anything I can do to help you, I'll do it. Thank you. Fortunately, you'll still have to wait for a while before I can let you out of here. I need to clear up the others first. Understood, I will wait. Any defensive battles where Eva's on my team, I will not be skipping. I just want to make... I'm just going to say that now. I will play any battles where Eva's on the team since I haven't been able to use her in battles, ever. What are you guys doing here? What is this serial killer to kill me? You're awake! I'm not a serial killer. Stop calling me that. Anyway, I'm investigating the identity of the culprit right now. Do you mind if I ask a few questions? Well, can you be any more shameless? The criminal's role-playing as a detective now! I'm not talking to you. I'm asking Shoma. Oh, do you want to know about the person who stabbed me? I told them a bunch of times already. I didn't get a good look at them. Wait, I thought you were sure Takumi did it! Yes, but it's not like I have any proof, so... Does that mean you didn't see the culprit when you were stabbing? No, I didn't see anyone, but they were wearing a mask. How about the person's height or body structure? Yeah, for sure, they were dressed in a long black poncho thing. You must have seen some identical features. I was attacked at the moment I turned around, so I'm afraid not. I screamed immediately, and before I realized it, I've been shoved to the ground. I don't remember anything after that. I fainted after the first 2 or 3 stabs. So you don't even know if it was a man or a woman? No. Did they say anything? Actually, I did hear something as I'm being stabbed. The person kept saying, die, die! You should have been able to recognize the voice. Thing is, I didn't. Why not? Their voice had been changed with a voice changer. Voice changer? Obviously, it was Eiko. Tsubasa Takamura, perfect time. I need to ask you guys about something. What is it? Remember the voice changer you showed me in the garage the other day? Is it still there? Shoma told you about the culprit using the voice changer, huh? Yeah, he did. You guessed right, Takumi. The device gone missing. So I knew it. So the culprit stole it, huh? I think so. When did you realize it was gone? On day 28. The day Shoma regained consciousness. I went to the garage to check about after hearing a story, and the voice changer was already gone. Yeah, without anyone realizing. So it must have been stolen on the morning of day 27, before Shoma got stabbed. What are you two doing here, though? I did a lot of things myself while we were out, and I just can't believe Kaku killed herself. Me too. At first, suicide seemed like the only possibility. After listening to Kiriko, though, I started to realize how unnatural the whole thing seemed. What if she was killed? How'd the culprit get away? That's what we need to figure out. So here we are. Maybe there's a secret tunnel or something. Here that we completely missed, you know? We're all here to do the same thing that... There is a secret tunnel here! Right! I forgot about that! Yes, Kaku died under such mysterious circumstances, I can't stop thinking about it. Let's check out the place together. Yeah, and we can trust each other since the 3 of us here are safers. Safers? The ones that can be safely from the list of suspects. Safers. That's true. Began to investigate the gym. Sometime passed before Takamura shouted from on the stage. Hey, come over here, I found something crazy! Well, what in the world? No way! There really was a hidden tunnel, or should I say hidden ladder. I checked the place out before and found nothing. What did you do? Told you, I got a dog's hearing. I knocked on the floor and knew right away there was an empty space underneath. and I groped around the surface, and what do you know? A rotable handle came flipping out. Grab the handle, pull it, and there you have it. Let's go see what's down there. Yeah. We slowly made our way down. Eventually, I was on my toes, solid ground. What I saw there was... Isn't this... You know this thing? Yeah, remember what I told you before? This is the escape pod that deploys on the last day. No way! Damn! Does that mean if we get inside, we can go to the refresher satellite? Went to the entrance of the pod and checked the door. There was a note pinned to it. When the door of this pod automatically opens on day 100, no manual override available. Despite the note, we kept looking for a way to open it manually. However, we are unable to find anything. Nope, this thing can't be opened from the outside. How about we use a crowbar or pry it open? Then the pod will become useless. Outer space is a vacuum. So we have no choice but to wait till day 100. We'll have to give up on the idea of boarding the pod before then. Shit! By the way, have you guys forgotten why we came down here in the first place? Of course not, we're trying to solve the locked room case, weren't we? Yeah, after Hiroko and I thoroughly investigated the gym after discovering Kaku's body. But if the killer had been hiding in the storeroom in the ladder shaft at that time, you couldn't have possibly found them. Then after Hiroko left the gym, the killer just got out and walked to the edge like nothing happened. Which means Kaku really was killed. We don't have any concrete proof of that yet. However, this does disprove the previous notion that it couldn't possibly have been murder. Wait. Assuming for a moment she was murdered, wouldn't that prove that the killer was an outsider? Because when we found Kaku's body, Takamaru Shoma and I were in the infirmary, whereas everyone else is in the gym. No, not everyone else. Two were missing. That's right, Darumi and Ima. Ima couldn't have been the killer. He worshipped the ground she walked on. Darumi, though, she said she was playing slots or something. She could have been lying through her teeth. But it was always possible that an outsider did it. You made that life detection device yourself, unless you're telling me you made that number up. There's no such thing. That was the correct number, but the killer could have already gone away by that time. I finished making the device, right? Just on that, I know something caught my eye. An item on the ground next to the escape pod. Hey, what's that? A handkerchief? So it seems. You see something embroidered on it. Reads IT. Information technology? Or maybe it, as in it girl? Could it be referring to the initials of a name? Ima. Tsukumo? When we exited the gym, we saw it was already nighttime. I asked Takamaru and Tsubasa to gather the others. We're heading to Ima's room myself. Come out, Ima. We need to ask about something. Somehow, it felt like he would be hiding it if we told him about the handkerchief, so I decided not to say anything for now. We found a clue that may lead us to Kako's killer. Made that assumption, even though I had no solid proof she had been killed, because I wanted to get him out of the room. I heard the door being unlocked. And then Ima appeared from behind it. You believe me about my dear sister being murdered? Yes, can you come with me? Slowly but surely, Ima nodded in assent. Takamaru, Tsubasa, and I took everyone to the storeroom to the escape pod was being kept. After we told them we found the place that the pod could be used day 100. Climbing back out, we all headed to the cafeteria. So what? What was that clue you found? Before that, I didn't check them with Darumi. On day 27, we found Kaku's body. Were you really playing slots at that time? You're still suspicious of me! Check the machine's play log, then you know for sure I was playing around that time. How can that possibly stop Shoma if I've been hiding in the storeroom the whole time? We had that place to that tunnel, right? We wouldn't be able to get out of the gym if the coast was clear! Mayhaps you claimed out of the escape pod's elevator shaft. I'm no Spider-Woman! That shaft had no footholds! It's impossible to climb! The ceiling and the shaft is covered in a thick wall. It's not something that can be helped by human hands. How about this? You were the one to kill Kako, but not the one to stab Shoma! You're suggesting there's two culprits. Indeed I am! That number 2 ringing me bells in regards to the situation! What we found? When we found Shoma's body, there were 2 people missing from the scene. You're suspicious of me as well. Hesitate for a moment, then I decided to show everyone the handkerchief we found. This is the clue we were talking about. We found it in the escape pod storeroom. The letters IT have been embroidered on it. Are those initials? Wouldn't that refer to Ima Tsukumo? I thought so. This is your handkerchief, right, Ima? And the fact that it was in the storeroom means... Sir, Ima killed Lady Kako. Are you out of your mind? Me? Kill my very own dear sister? I didn't think it was possible either. Unless Ima was the one to stab Shoma and Darumi was the one to kill Kako. Ima dropped the handkerchief in the storeroom when he was causing the joint. I told you it wasn't me! You think Miss Ima and I were accomplices? and I would tactically approve my dear sisters of murder. There's no different from accusing me of killing my dear sister myself. You're all crazy. Can't believe you ever thought it crossed your minds. So you denied the charge. Of course I do. Explain yourself. Why was your handkerchief in the storeroom? That's because... You see? You are feeling guilty. No. Ah! Ima dashed out of the cafeteria screaming. Wait, Ima! Ima grabbed the fire extinguisher in the entrance hall before running outside. We followed him and ran out the building. He was running at full speed through the school year. None of us could catch up. Finally, he was torn through the wall of fire and ran to the other side. We followed behind. When we got to the city of ruins, something unexpected happened. All of a sudden, a large object shaped like an onion appeared out of nowhere to capture Ima, who'd been running ahead of us. Ima! What just happened? And what was that thing? I'd seen that onion-shaped thing before in the previous timeline. That was probably Commander.
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
Serious? Ima's been captured by the enemy? No way. That can't be true. It's alright, we can probably figure out where they went. What? You know, Ima's been rather emotionally unstable lately, right? So thought he might just go missing one day, so I secretly planned to spin a transmitter in his body while bringing food to him. We should be able to see where they took him from the war room. You clever girl. Alright, let's head back for now. Hi, Joshua. Welcome to the stream. Why does it say 4 out of 100? Because I've gotten 4 of the endings out of the 100 that are in the game. We immediately started making a plan to get Ima back. After some discussion, we decided to split up into 2 teams. Rescue team, me, Hiroko, Takamaru, Tsubasa, and Kurara. The defense team, Nozumi, Moko, Koshika, Yugamu, Shoma, and Darumi. We must rescue him even though we very well may be the killer. It's not set in stone yet. What if it was a mistake? Could you ever live with the fact you abandoned an innocent friend? I knew you would say that. I'm just making sure. Having only 5 people on the defense team is not very reassuring. Yeah, can we have one more or something? No, what if the enemy attacks in the meantime? We can't afford to be lax on home security. What routes have I done so far? I've done the romance route of accepting Tsubasa's feelings. I've done the killing game route where we spare the baby. I've done the ending where you choose not to team up Yugamu on the killing game. I chose to do also did an ending where I went with Koishika, romanced her, and then the 5th and then another ending I've done in this stream was rejecting Tsubasa because I heard there was a Nozomi secret ending. So I wanted to do that. And now, this is technically my 6th route. Yeah, it's time. Everyone follow me. I know, I haven't changed. I haven't changed on YouTube yet. I will when the whole stream's done. It's just easier to change on Twitch than YouTube. Sir Takumi, Lady Eva's out and about now. Why have you done such a thing? As you can see, I left her out. Why? I intend her to let her join the rescue team. Explain that the bomb in Eva's body is a remote detonator we made to trigger it. You really think this will work? I'm not sure what route this is, but the choices I made was, this is me saying no to the invader hunt, and I haven't gotten a choice since then. So this is like saying no. Huh? Put the remote detonator into the astonished Hiriko's hand. Now do you feel reassured? Have it your way. Thanks for having me on team. I look forward to being useful to you. Alright then, we'll be back. With Ima. Good luck! Stay safe! Rescue team set off for the enemy relay station where Ima was being held captive. By the time we got to the relay station, the sun was starting to rise. We'd gotten off the bus and climbed a small hill to survey the relay station.
We don't know where exactly Ima is being held in this base, but that doesn't matter. Let's just bust in there and start kicking ass and taking names.
I really love this game. I definitely will be streaming myself doing all 100 endings.
That has to be Quenzele.
Quenzele? Is that his name?
Yes, and he's an absolute creep. Feel free to make mincemeat out of him.
A flying enemy? Sounds like a headache already. How do we even get to him? We'll be fine with my specialist skill on our side. I'll whip up some surface-to-air artillery and knock him down in one shot. The thing is, I'll have to start crafting it after he actually appears.
Why? Can't you just make it now?
This particular weapon can only hold its shape for 5 minutes. After that, its internal pressure will cause it to explode.
Got it. Guess there's no helping it then.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
Alright, we gonna see Eva? Oh, she has the, Nozumi stuff. I thought she would transform for Hemomania. Annihilate all the enemies in one turn. No.
Leave this to me.
Long-range attacker that specializes in attacking while moving. Special fitness can automatically give her attack when moving and attacking. Alright.
Take this!
My turn. There.
Time to move. Take this!
I'll take damage. That's fine.
I'm taking the wheel! Don't try to stop me! Locked and loaded!
Alright, and Tsubasa can just take care of the rest.
I'm taking the wheel! Hi-ya! Locked and loaded! How's this?
Yep, and that's all I ask. I love, I like playing games not knowing anything about them.
Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna do this.
One last strike!
Oh, I should have seen what Eva's thing was. I'm gonna have to do that next. The next thing, I'm gonna use her just to use her.
Take care.
Understood.
Of the rest.
Die!
Time for battle. I'll chop you to pieces.
Leave it to me! Don't try to stop me. Let's keep it up.
Full throttle. Eat this. Let's do this.
Like this?
Full throttle.
Then I can kill them. Both of them.
Knocked it out of the park.
My turn.
I'll put an end to this.
Let's do a turret.
You had this coming. Ready when you are. Out of the way.
Fucking...
I'm good whenever.
Like their games? I don't really know much about them as, like, people in general. I don't really, know that much.
I'm ready to
Ooh. That's interesting.
I'll kill them all at once. The rest is up to you.
Hauling ass. Eat this.
But I like but in terms of their, like, games, I like Danganronpa.
Time to move.
I still need to play Danganronpa 3.
This.
And I'm very excited for Danganronpa 2 times 2.
Say when.
I got this. You're in the way.
Now, do you understand that I would never betray you?
I shall reserve judgment until this entire battle is over.
Where's the commander?
That Quenzele guy?
He should be here any time now. Aha. Speak of the devil.
I'm looking forward to what the commanders have to say to, like, Eva betraying them. I definitely want to try out Zero Escape at some point. But yeah, I've seen this already.
He's finally here. Like moths to a flame.
Everybody, cover Kurata while she crafts the artillery.
Understood.
Got it.
Locked and loaded.
Let's go. Here we go. I've got this. This should do it. Say when. Let's do this. Take that. Oh, let's go. Here. Here we go. Ha! Got it. Let's do this.
No, I don't need to do that.
Now then, to business. Die! How unsatisfying.
Understood.
Do
I'll
this.
kill them all at once. I've used up all my strength.
Rev it up.
Now, I wonder if there's an ending where you get to take Eva to the artificial satellite.
Ready when you are. Watch out.
That's good.
Let's give it to him.
I definitely plan to get all 100 endings. I don't know if there's more to 100% than that.
I'm fully prepared. Be gone!
Because I just plan to get
Understood.
all 100 endings. I'm assuming that's what 100% would
You're
be.
finished!
But if there's anything more, then
Time
probably
for
not.
that. How's this? Ready when I'm out of my way. Broken so soon.
My turn. There.
It's
There we go.
that! Told you it wouldn't take long! And that's how a true
I am
hero
aware
should
of that.
play.
I heard that DLC, like more endings for DLC could be a thing in the future. So I'm very excited if that ends up being the case.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll kill them all at once!
JRPGs. Or just RPGs, JRPGs, those are my favorite types of
The rest
games.
is up to you!
My favorite game of all time is Persona 5 Royal.
Hauling ass! Oh yeah!
Leave it to me.
Time for battle.
Oh wait, I never saw this.
Let's do this.
Okay.
I've got this.
Yeah, let me do this.
One last strike!
Time to move. How's this?
Kneel before me! Unsightly beast! I'm good whenever! Hi-ya! Leave it to me, don't try to stop me! We did it!
Alright, I think that's good enough for now.
All out of gas.
Take this.
Oh, wait, am I not playing on safety? I am. Oh, right, it's when their turn goes that I would get,
Here we
heals. I'm stupid.
Now then, to business. Take this. Time for battle. Dodge.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Now then, right here.
No.
All right, let's get started. How's this? Time to move. Dodge.
I have not played that.
All right, out of my way. Time for battle. Time to move. Dodge.
I'm spamming this.
Now then, how's this?
No, because then he is gonna do this shit.
One last strike!
I'm trying to get into like other RPGs because I haven't played a lot of them, but I do enjoy them. Like I just started playing Fire Emblem for the first time recently, so I want to get into some like other games. I want to get Expedition 33. I want to get into like other types of games.
Why do this? What has prompted this cruelty?
You stole Ema.
Serves you right, Quenzele.
You're... Ava.
I noticed you were here a while back, but does this mean you've switched allegiances?
Yes. It's not as if I had any future in the Sovereign Army anyway.
Suddenly, Quinzel broke off and stared at something behind us.
Overlord Veshness!
What?
What? We all turn around at the same time. Don't you dare pull this shit and get away with it.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, I like Eva in this game. Turned her back around, but it was too late. During those few seconds, the defeated commander disappeared completely.
He got away?
You idiots!
Freaking coward!
I guess you could say that Quenzele has been... Quenzeled.
Okay. After the battle, we split up to look for Ima. Took a while, but I eventually found him locked up in a cage.
Are you alright? Hold on. I'll get you out now.
Mr. Samino!
Yeah, so funny. Swung my sword down on the lock and it broke apart with a loud noise. Opened the door and quickly guided me outside, but then saw something flashing out of the corner of my eye right next to the cage. The next moment, did Ima get blown up? Oh, I saved him. I simply grabbed Ima from behind. Snap action meant my body shielded Ima from the brunt of the blast. I'm gonna fall asleep and go into a coma for like another 15 days now, aren't I?
Ima, are you okay? Yes. But what about you? Yeah, don't worry about me. As long as you're fine.
Huh? Huh? Mr. Samino? Mr. Samino! Mr. Samino!
I think this gets rid of his suspicions that I killed his sister, at least. Day 50. What day did we fall asleep at?
Get ready. You're stepped in.
Oh, I think it was day 40, so I think...
If you're hearing this, so no presents for anyone today. Hey.
I like both of them. I hated Ima on my first playthrough, but surprisingly, around the end of the prologue, I guess is what it's called, I started to like him. This time she wasn't shocked at all. Instead, she just looked at me with a gentle softness in her eyes.
Morning. You're awake now?
I didn't have to ask what the day since it was mentioned in the announcement just
Day
now.
50 today.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about the feeding drips. We went to the second academy and brought a whole lot back.
Oh. Thanks as always.
You should thank the others too. They were the ones who actually got the drips, and I wasn't the only person taking care of you while you were out.
I sat up a bed for some strangers and wasn't feeling any aches or pains. You seem fine physically. The truth is, your external injuries weren't as bad as they seemed. Which means the real reason it was out for so long is because of the feigning disease. I think so. Has anything changed? If you mean the murder case, we still haven't made any progress. And Darumi are still denying... And Ima and Darumi are still denying they were working together. I like... Gaku, I'm whatever on. I don't hate him. Don't really love him either. Tsubasa and I don't believe they did anything either, but the others. Oh, something else has changed though. Ima's been taking part in defensive battles. What? You shielded him back at the relay station, remember? He says he's joined the fight for you. I see. That said, he's so resentant as ever. Hardly leaves his room otherwise. Who can blame him though? Other than Tsubasa and me, everyone's suspicious of him. But he did say he was willing to tell you, and only you, everything. Really? Yep, so go find him later. Later? Were you expecting me to not act right now after what you just told me? Jumped out and dashed outside immediately. I'm not surprised. This is his room. Okay. Mr. Samino, first of all, thank you for saving me that day. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Don't mention it. It's what I wanted to hear from you, some answers. I was gonna tell you everything after you woke up anyway. Not only because I owe you a debt of gratitude, but also because I'm sure you couldn't have been the killer. Because the real killer would never risk his own life to save me like that. It is my deepest desire to find the person who killed my dear sister, and then smash their face in with a hammer over and over again until there's nothing left of it. Yes, but I am a detective's assistant. I do not do well with deductions. I have decided to entrust this earnest wish of mine to you. I have the utmost confidence you will have what it takes to bring the truth to light. Why am I giving that kind of voice? Because I feel like it fits. Because why not? I intend to do just that, but as soon as I get some answers from you, first of all, why didn't you kill Darumi? What? You think the killer is one of us, don't you? Yes. When Kaku's body was found, you and Darumi were the only ones not in the gym. Unless you were the killer, but that can't be, right? Of course not. If so, from your perspective, the only other person that could have been hiding in that storeroom at that point in time, none other than Darumi. Yet you didn't smash her head in with a hammer until there was nothing left. Why not? Mr. Singino, I see what you're getting at, and you are right. It was because I knew it was possible for someone else to have been my dear sister's killer. Because there's a hidden exit in that storeroom, right? Opposite of the cockpit section of the escape pod lived a heap of metal containers. Move the heap out of the way, there was a large ventilation shaft. Yes. It's big enough for even Takamaru or Moko to pass through. You are quite right. Have you ever gone inside before? No, sir. I stuck my head into the shaft but couldn't see anything in the pitch black darkness. Who are my favorite characters? I'd say number 1 is Tsubasa. And number 2 would be Nozomi. And I guess number 3 would be Darumi. Those would be like my top 3. When did you realize there was a storeroom here? About day 10, I would say. My dear sister found the entrance first. She was the one who brought me here. After that, we secretly visited this place together whenever we had some free time. It became a secret hiding spot of ours. Why didn't you tell anyone? I did not tell you because I thought you were my dear sister's killer. I did not tell the others well. Promise you will not get angry. Yeah? Because my sister and I had the intent to flee this place together in that escape pod. That's not possible. The door can't be opened manually. We thought we could do something about that by tinkering in the control system in the war room. But you kept this place a secret even after Kaku was murdered. If you told us about it, we would be able to accept your assertion that Kaku hadn't killed herself. I promised, my dear sister. And no matter what happened, I would never tell anyone about this place. She had tears in her eyes when she made that promise. I want us to live in the Tokyo residential complex again, just the 2 of us. But we have to get out of here first. We'll be killed one day. We'll be killed one day if we stay here.
Yeah.
I believe I may have dropped the handkerchief at that time. When I was putting it back into my pocket after wiping my dear sister's tears away. This place was our sanctuary. We didn't want anyone else invading our space. Even after my dear sister lost her life. I felt it would be desecrating her memory by allowing someone else in. That is why I told nobody. Ima accepted the handkerchief and clenched it tightly in his hands. He squeezed his eyes shut, and a long time after that, his shoulders trembled non-stop. After Ima had calmed down, we climbed back to the surface. Tsubasa was in the garage as usual when we stepped inside. Ima, you're an unusual sight around here. More unusual than me being awake? I mean, I've already heard about it from Nozomi. She's going around telling everyone the news, you know. Hey, Wei, what's up? Yeah, I like both of their characters. Takamaru definitely went down a little bit after the killing game route I did. but I still like him. Just wanted to know if there was a recon drone anywhere around here with lights and cameras if possible. Yeah, but what do you need it for? Connor, to explain, can you come with us and bring the recon drone? We need it to solve the case. Alright, give me a sec. Uh-oh, if there's a ventilation shaft here, that means I see how it is now. Yeah, exactly. Kako was killed. The president of the shaft would make everybody in the academy a suspect, including the Safers for Shoma's case. Including me, and yet you still brought me here. Does that mean you trust me? Kind of, sort of. You don't sound very sure. I'll take it, though. Okay, let's start. Thanks. We used the drone to investigate the ventilation shaft. As a result, we made a few major discoveries. Right, in summary, this is what we've learned. First of all, the shaft is a zigzag shape a few times and extends towards the school building. It's a split into a grid structure halfway that connects to different parts of the building. Anyone using this can basically exit from anywhere they like. However, the bends are extremely narrow. People our size can't possibly get through them. Only someone with the body size of a small child could gone through those bends. Moko's okay. Kurara is okay. Koshika I like. I love Yugumu. After the Killing Game route, I really love Yugumu. He would probably be my number 4 in my favorite characters list, actually. Yeah, me too. This thing, right? This thing got caught in a protrusion on the interior wall. Thankfully, we ever did retrieve it because I had the foresight to attach a robot arm to the drone. There's a piece of cloth, right? A square, green piece of cloth about an inch long. It was apparent that Yet hadn't realized the grave implication behind this. Maybe a certain incident that blinded him to the existence of that possibility. Put that piece of cloth in my pocket, looked from the eyes and said, tell everyone to gather at the gym at 7 p.m. tonight. Huh? This is quite sudden. Please just do it. They turned to look at each other. I don't mind. What will you be doing then? Well, you see, I had enough proof to make my case. I just one more key piece of evidence. So I went to school to the place where Shoma had been stabbed. I spent a few hours thoroughly investigating every nook and cranny. Before long, the sun has set and my shadows started to grow longer. By the time that I found something, a faint trace of blood on the corner of a rock, maybe 30 feet away from where Shoma had been stabbed. It didn't think blood from his injuries could have sprayed that far, which meant I entered the gym at 7 p.m. to find everyone else already gathered there. Eva, you're here too? Maybe I need another route to convince me on Kurara, but so far she's just kind of annoying. I have received the official release. I have been given Eito's room and do not have to sleep in the cage anymore. All credit goes to Tsukumi and Tsubasa. The remote detonator you suggested has allowed everyone to accept my presence with the greatest peace of mind. I duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. I'll pass it yours later, Tsukumi. Nah, I don't need one. But the movies, yeah, so great. Uh-huh. Aside, what are we all here for? Well, you see, I turned my gaze upward, slowly lowered my head.
I figured out who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma.
Mr. Sumino, wait a minute, please. You said without absolutely, my dear sister was indeed killed. Yes, the situation points to that fact. Who did it? Ima, I need you to promise me something first. Promise you won't lay a finger on the killer when you realize who they are. I won't tell anyone the truth until you promise that. So I'm grinning as if with a scowl on my face. Still, he was not firmly and said, fine, I promise I won't lay a finger on that accursed scum.
Good.
Good, alright.
Alright. Much as I wish I didn't have to do this, here goes. The person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma. The name of that person is
Who has green on, like, cloth? Person who has killed Kako and stabbed Shoma is. Okay, I'm getting a choice here. Oh, this is like some Danganronpa shit. I have to actually pick. You know, I was just curious, but that kind of just spoiled that it's Shoma. Whoops! I was gonna pick him anyway because of the green cloth, but still.
The real killer.
You! Shoma Genzaki!
What are you talking about, Takumi? Have you forgotten that I was victim too? I was stabbed!
Stop running your mouth! And just watch as I expose every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start to finish.
Yeah, I will go later, and I'll... Another persuasion with Shoma. Alright, so people do have more than one. So this is just Danganronpa! I'll tell you what happened in the chronological order. Let's start with Kako. Her estimated time of death was between 1 and 4 a.m. on day 27. You met up with her before that on day 26 to tell her to come to that gym during that period of time. So she showed up at the gym as asked, where you made up some reason for her to swallow that thing.
That thing?
But what if... I'm so confused why Shoma would be the
I'm talking
killer.
about TTX. Tetrodotoxin.
He's extremely poisonous. Ingesting... Yeah, ingesting just 1 or 2 milligrams is fatal. That's how you poison Kako to death. After poison Kako, you put the bottle of TTX right into her right hand. And you block the gym using a mop as a latch. Thinking you can make her death seem like a suicide with all that nonsense. Once that was done, you climbed down to the ladder in the corner of the stage in the escape pod storeroom. You already knew the shaft was there, because you had seen Ima and Kako going down to the trapdoor before. You did your homework and went down to check out the storeroom as well, before carrying out your plan. That's why you also knew about the ventilation shaft, and used that to return to the school building. That's the main reason causing me to single you out as the culprit. The main reason?
Anyone could have used the ventilation shaft.
Nope.
I can. Because of how the shaft bends in a zigzag shape and extends towards the school building.
The bends are extremely narrow. Only someone with a body size of a small child could have gone through those bends. In other words, you're the only one who could have gone through those narrow bends as you, Shoma. You can't say that for sure. A girl who's flexible enough to have passed through that as well, right? No, it's physically impossible. Anyway, there was something left behind the vigilante shaft. That's why what's going to serve as irrefutable proof of your guilt.
Irrefutable proof?
Here it is. This square piece of inch-wide green cloth.
Out of all of us, only Kurara, Takuma, and Shoma wear something green on them. Kurara's tomato mask isn't made of cloth, so the scrap can't be hers. And the shade of green on Takuma's jacket is less vibrant than the scrap too. Shoma, turn around. Why? Just do it. I checked. Part of Shoma's backpack has been torn. The torn perfectly matches this cloth scrap. Indeed, I too witnessed and conclude they are a perfect match. You couldn't have passed through the narrow bends of that shaft while wearing your backpack. But you couldn't leave it in the shaft either. So you tied the shoulder straps to your feet and pulled it along as you climbed up. That's how the backpack got caught in a sharp edge protruding out of the inner wall of the shaft. The cloth scrap got torn because of that. No! This is fake evidence planted by the real culprit! Someone's trying to frame me! If that was the case, then why would someone stab you? That one act completely diverts all suspicions away from you. That was neck purrs, all just conjecture. Shoma, were you actually intending to kill Ima as well, weren't you? The plan went awry because Kako showed up to the gym alone. So you had no choice to only kill her. But that made things difficult for you, because Ima knew about the storeroom as well. What's more, he knew about the ventilation shaft. He told anybody about the shaft, it would no longer be a locked room case. And if we pursued the case as a murder, we would eventually close in on you. So you wanted to kill Ima afterward. But it was almost dawn by the time you crawled out of the ventilation shaft. Left you no time to do anything about Ima. So you panicked, started thinking about ways to remove yourself as a suspect list. That's how you ended up deciding to kill yourself. So you can make everyone think you've been mutilated by the culprit. We would never dream of suspecting you. You're being ridiculous! There's way too bold of a plan for someone like me!
Who would dare kill themselves just to make it seem like they were innocent?
You are actually gonna die!
Of course. Actually dying was never part of your plan.
In fact, you were absolutely confident you wouldn't die, because we have the revival mat in the infirmary. But for that to work, you had to die in a way that allowed us to find your dead body quickly. After all, we wouldn't be able to revive you if too much time had passed. That's why you screamed, right? And right after the morning announcement, so everyone could hear you. Then you stabbed yourself over and temporarily ended your own life. Can't believe I'm listening to this. Please be realistic. No one in the right mind would willingly stab themselves that many times.
It just doesn't make any sense. We're not talking about cutting your wrists or...
That.
No, it is possible.
If you inject yourself with a powerful anesthetic like Gamthil, remember what Yugamu said. Proper dilation of the substance can numb the body's pain and emotion receptors without causing loss of consciousness. Yep, and I still stand by that. It does make sense. You're still trying to say I used the drug to do the deed, right? But where did I even find a drug like that? You probably stole it from somewhere.
Stole it from where?
The biolab, obviously.
From the biolab.
That room isn't locked, and everyone has access to the shelves. Getting the drug there wouldn't have been a problem for you. Alright. Assuming that I did inject myself that anesthetic.
How did I get rid of the hypodermic needle afterwards? When you found me at the back of the building, was there...
No.
You swallowed the needle.
No. Yeah, you got it wrong.
How did I get rid of the hypodermic needle afterwards?
Nope, I was wrong again.
You hid the needle inside.
I don't think I usually speed through dialogue. I think I just read it
How
fast.
did I get rid of the hypodermic needle?
You must have tossed it somewhere far away when you were done with it.
What about the knife? Where did the knife I used to stab myself disappear to? You tossed that far away as well, just like you did with the syringe. Did anyone find those at the scene? No, but no one searched the area nearby on day 27, the day of the incident. You could have collected those items on the next day, on day 28, after you woke up. But still, you're just guessing at this point. You've got no real proof. No proof that I threw the knife away after stabbing myself. I do have proof. It's not with me right now, but I did find something. There was something, some 30 feet away where we found you.
What was it? What did you find?
Bloodstain.
I saw bloodstains. Just a little patch on the corner of a rock.
In a place where your blood from your injuries couldn't have reached. Those stains proved the bloodied knife had just been thrown over there. That's enough already! It doesn't matter what you're trying to say because you have no solid proof!
The green cloth was the only piece of substantial evidence you managed to produce. Anyone could have left that behind.
Aren't they all the same thing? Lie, trick, and bluff?
It's time you stopped playing dumb, Shoma.
I actually do have another piece of conclusive evidence. What? The bottle TTX Kako was holding. Your fingerprints were on it.
That can't be. It can't be. It just can't. It can't! My fingerprints can't be on that bottle. I was wearing gloves when I...
Dumbass!
You fell for it.
No! That was just a slip of the tongue.
Uh-huh.
I mean... It was just... Anyway, I'm not...
Give it up, Shoma. I'll say it again. The person who killed Kako by making her drink TTX. It was none other than you! Shoma Genzake!
I like how this is called a persuasion. I'm just like, it doesn't feel like this should be considered a persuasion. Kermit, you gotta do things wrong. For the most part, you were correct. It was me. I killed Kako. Back off, Emo. You promised. So what part did I get wrong? The entire premise to begin with. I did not kill her of my own volition. I was ordered to do so by a certain someone. Let's call this person X for now. Stop trying to make excuses for yourself. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. Tell us about this order you received. Just before the dawn on day 26, I woke up to someone tapping my cheek. When I opened my eyes, X was there, right in front of me. You didn't lock the door? I did! I think X was already hiding inside before I came in. Under the bed or something. What did X say? X said...
I killed Gaku, and intend to make you my next target. But I'll let you off if you follow my instructions.
This is like a complete 180 of the killing game route, where Shoma, so no one else dies for round 1, he willingly sacrificed himself to be at the bottom, so he will die instead. Now he's killing people so he doesn't die?
If you go against me, or tell the others about my existence, I'll blow up the bomb inside your body immediately. Yes. The bomb planted in all of your bodies by that robot known as Searay.
Just who is this X person? I don't know, they were wearing a long black poncho. They wore a mask over their face and used a voice changer to hide their real voice. That sounds like the fake stabber you made up to fool us! I mean, it was true I wasn't stabbed by the person in that description, but that person definitely exists. What happened after that? I followed X's instructions. I didn't want to be killed the way Gaku had been. X came up with the entire plan, told me about the ladder shaft, escape pod hanger, and ventilation shaft, and that tetrodotoxin. It was X who tamed the bottle of TTX, so... After that, I simply asked Gaku to meet me using the script X had prepared. What did the script say? To speak with her in the afternoon of day 26. And wait to open the cotton. Meet with me and Ema. If so, come with Ema to the gym tonight at 2 a.m. The plan was to not just kill Kako, but Ema as well. But because they're the only other people know about the storeroom, killing both of them at the same time in the locked room would make their death seem like suicide. But only Kako showed up at the gym and specified 2 a.m. Why? Kako said this. I haven't told my dear brother why she told me that. First, I need to verify whether information is authentic or not. If it's true, then we'll set off tomorrow. Keep it a secret for my dear brother, right? I want to surprise him. I hesitate to ask her the plan because she showed up alone. Max also told me.
If you chicken out and do nothing, I'll still blow you up.
So I passed Kako a water bottle mixed with TTX. Takumi more or less covered what happened after that, and I returned to the school building. Except, I had not foreseen that my backpack would get torn along the way. To return to the first floor of the school building, I was at a loss because I didn't know what I was supposed to do about Ema. It was gonna be difficult to kill him because the sun had already risen. Suddenly, X appeared again.
Ima probably knows about the ventilation shaft. If he spills the beans, they'll all know Kako didn't die in a locked room. They'll start investigating the case as a murder instead of assuming it was a suicide. The morning announcement will be playing soon. You won't make it back to the roof in time. Somebody will realize you were out and about before dawn. But rest assured, for if you do as I say, you'll never even make it to the suspect list.
That's why you went back to the building again.
Yes, I don't have no other choice. I was hesitant right until the moment I injected myself Gamifal. Once I did that, it was like my sense of fear completely evaporated. What's X? Oh, X gave me the Gamifal as well, along with a knife and syringe. I'm pretty sure X must have been the one to collect the knife and syringe after I did the deed. Because I know I definitely didn't retrieve them.
Silence that followed stressfully on until Hiroko finally spoke up. I just have one question, Shoma. Do the words back or heart ring any bells?
Back or heart? I have no idea.
Thank you. Your reaction was the answer I needed. I guess that's that, Takumi. Yeah, X must have done it. If Shoma wasn't involved in that particular affair. Everyone was looking at us confused, probably because no one knew someone stolen the hearts of the dead bodies.
Oh no, that's it. I'm gone for. I told you about X. The bomb is gonna blow up.
Nothing's happening! Did this X person lie to you? I think they must have. An amateur can't possibly make a detonator for the bomb in our bodies. At least someone of my level of skill and experience. So Mr. Gonzagi won't be executed? Then I'll do it myself. I'll kill you. I'll tear your limb from limb. Charged towards Shoma so quickly, nobody had any time to react. He shoved Shoma to the ground, clambering on top of him, and started strangling him so hard, and almost seemed like he might rip his head off.
To hell! Ima, no!
Ran over in panic and pulled Ima off. Shoma had fainted and was frothing at the mouth. Yugumu darted over and injected a quick
He's
check.
fine. Just passed out.
Damn it! Damn it! Dear sister! My dear sister! My dear sister!
After that heartbreaking outburst, Ima simply collapsed onto the spot. Nozomi and Tsubasa rushed over and started confronting him. Everyone else was at a loss, simply staring quietly as they stood rooted to that spot. The sound of Ima's pain wails echoed coldly and endlessly throughout the walls of the building. I'd say let him kill him. Honestly. We moved the unconscious Shoma into the cage of the courtyard to make sure it was properly locked. Once that was done, I showed the key and tape inside my pocket. Everyone returned to their rooms without saying another word. I found myself completely alone. Looking up at the night sky, I thought about what had happened. Kako's case had been solved, but that didn't mean it was all over. Someone out there killed Gaku and instructed Shoma to kill Kako. This was likely the same person we've been stealing hearts from the bodies in the morgue. X, the real mastermind behind this entire shape of events. Probably Eitel. I had to find out who this person was by the hook or crook, and I would, no matter what I did. I clenched my fist tightly. I would let nothing shake me from this firm resolve.
Guys! Wake up! Something's happened!
Upon hearing that, I dashed out of my room. What happened? What's going on? He's up early and I went to check on Shoma, and Shoma, he... What happened to him? Just come with me, quickly! Ran through the second floor hallway and burst into the courtyard and ran towards the cage. There we saw, now he's actually dead. Sure is!
Shoma!
Kyosuke grabbed the gate and tried to open it.
It is still locked, and doesn't Takumi have the key?
Hold on, I'll unlock it now.
Took the key out of my pocket and slid into the keyhole. Once the gate was unlocked, I opened and went inside. Immediately ran to Shoma, touching his neck, checking for a pulse, and that something felt a little off.
What?
Touched his clothes and they were wet as well.
Well, is he alive or not?
I already checked that. As you can clearly see, he's already...
Maybe we can still revive him if we bring him to the infirmary like last time.
So I touched the body. I already knew at that time. Too much had passed. I decided to go along with it anyway.
Yeah, we should try that.
Why did he sound evil when he said that? Yeah, we should try that. Cause of death: hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death: day 51, between 2 and 5 a.m. Multiple stab wounds. The murder weapon is a sharp blade, about 8 inches long. Too much time has passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. Well, Ima's probably going to be happy about this. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood became heavier. Hell's going on? How'd the killer get to Shoma when the cage was locked? Tsukumi, you did lock your door last night. Yeah, I did. Nobody could have stolen the key from me while I was sleeping. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that key is unique. It cannot be copied. Well, that narrows down the list of possible suspects. Just Tsukumi, right? Don't you ever get tired of mindlessly repeating the same thing? Aren't we overlooking other possibility that he stabbed himself like before? This time in a way that would be impossible for us to revive him. I can think of any other reason why I'd end up dead, locked in a cage in the middle of the night. And then, who supplied him with the knife? It had to be X, right? If it was X, they would have passed him some gumbo and a syringe. Yeah, no one's strong enough to keep molliating yourself like that without being drugged to hell out of their mind. He could have used one of the bottles he had stolen previously. There was now 4 bodies lying on the tables. Kaku and Shoma's bodies were not placed next to each other. Ima walked to Shoma's dead body and stared for it, and then said, "You got what you deserved." We investigated the courtyard together. Actually, I kept meaning to check. Is Eva on this list now? Yep, there's Eva on the thing. Despite combing over every inch of the area, we found no trace of a knife or a syringe. The only thing we found was a balloon? Didn't think that was a balloon at first. It was lying on the floor near Shoma's cage. Although I couldn't immediately figure out what it was related to in this case, I decided to stuff it into my pocket just in case. Soon the last rays of sunlight disappeared to the horizon and the darkness of the night took over. It was already way past dinner time. None of us had an appetite after that. We skipped the cafeteria and gathered in the rec room instead. Ima's gonna have Shoma for dinner for killing his sister. That makes it 30 people who've lost their lives because of X. We don't know for sure X have had anything to do with Shoma's case yet. Of course they did! We're in serious trouble if it wasn't X! Because that would mean there are 2 killers of X's caliber running around 3! So who do you think X might be? Everyone fell silent. This is the question I was dreading the most, and it seemed like the others felt the same. Ever since Shoma shared his side of the story last night, we've all been avoiding this particular issue. But it's time to face reality. I see myself turn to Tsubasa. Tsubasa, do you still have the organic life detection device? Yes. 12, the exact same number of people present here. That means somebody amongst us is X. No, wait! Could have been someone who came up at midnight and left the school before the sun came to. Sadly, that's not possible. The device comes with a history log. At 4 a.m. last night, the number changed from 13 to 12 and stayed there. So Shoma was murdered at 4 a.m. last night. Yeah. This is Magadore. We're discussing something more important here. The number was reduced by 1 when Shoma lost his life, but after that, it neither went up or down, proving that nobody came to the school or left it, right? Yeah. Hey, we're screwed if we don't do something! X threatened to kill us! And that message is that we're doing just that! The more we put this up, the more people will drop dead one by one! Wait, isn't X, the original sponsor was a zombie? Meaning a dead body animated to life. Meaning That's who's killing people, not Atel. Well, maybe Atel has something to do with it. We'll do this later, but the zombie thing with the original sponsor would play a part in why. That won't go up. Come here, you're the leader. Come up with something. Maybe. How about we make it compulsory to move around in groups of at least 3 during the day? Did someone mention that 3 is a risky number? That was because 2 teammates could be working together. The situation changed. According to Show, my ex is only 1 person. That's right. So a group of 3 should be fine. What about at night? Feels like that's the main thing. So far, all of them were taken out at night. Then we should... Phew, done and done. Are we going to be sleeping here from now on?
Not plain and boring. Getting evacuation center vibes here.
Would you prefer bland or boring, or dead in a ditch? I think Darumi would rather be dead in a ditch. We've used curtains to divide the areas in rooms so everyone will have some semblance of privacy. Is this really gonna work? What if the killer strikes while we're all sleeping? In fact, that's why you avoid sleeping in one spot until now, right? Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of having a sentry system. 3 people won't be on watch at all times. We can rotate 1 person every hour.
If anything happens, just shout! That's reassuring. Now I can get a good night's rest. My skin will thank me.
Looks like we agreed then. Our arrangement should stop X from causing further harm. We should be safe for a while. Now we just have to continue our investigation and expose X's identity before they try anything else. There was just one thing that was bothering me. Shomu was killed today. I saw his body with my own eyes, which meant... Bro, did he pass out again? How long this time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's like 23 days! I thought you knew this route already, because I thought you said you knew the name of it, but wasn't going to tell me. Or do you just know the route name?
To rise and shine! Get ready for your 75th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable. Be ready to give your life.
Woke up to sound morning announcement. The first thought crossed my mind was not again, along with a sense of resignation. Looking up the unfamiliar ceiling, it took me a few seconds to realize I was in the gym. I stood up my makeshift bed and pulled the curtain divider and stepped outside. Tatsumi! He awakens! Oh, okay. I ain't one to sweat the small stuff, but you gave us a real scare this time. You were out for a total 23 days.
Is that a new record?
Oh, for the love of murder. Turned slowly at everyone, then said, Everyone's safe? Thanks to your last words. My last words?
For us to move in groups during the day, sleep together at night. Remember, those are the instructions you gave us on day 51. We've been able to survive all this time because of it.
X has a net Emmy opportunity to strike. That also means X is still... Yeah, we still know who they are. If we did already, we would have thrown them in the cage and tossed the key already. Now I got a better look at them. I saw signs of fatigue on everyone's faces. X is among us. I'll be killed if I walk around with only one other person. They've all had to spend the last 23 days under the crushing weight of such thoughts. It's no wonder their mental fatigue was starting to show up physically. Oh right, there's something you need to know. What is it? About 10 days ago, we met with the boy of Undying Flames. He showed himself? Yeah, well, he said he was feeling unwell, but said he just had to tell us something. And what was that? I recently found something called a distress signal transmitter somewhere in the school. It was put here in the event, but of all of one member of Team 1 is dying. Only Team 1, though, because the 2 teams joined together had not been anticipated. The people on the satellite did not think Team 2 would ever come here. At any rate, no matter how strong they were, a single fighter wouldn't be able to win this war on their own. Instead, that survivor would be extracted and put on standby while the people in charge were a fresh team for a new attempt. Once the correct series of codes have been entered into the transmitter, it will transmit a distress signal. Once the artificial satellite received it, they'd send a rescue craft to the school. The survivor would get on board and be taken back to the satellite. That's supposed to be the sequence of events. Also, the rescue craft does not have a capacity restriction. That means both people from both teams 1 and 2 can board with no issue. The second to last defense candy does not have a transmitter of its own, so bringing the team over was definitely the right move. Fortunately, I do not know where that transmitter is located. Still, if it seemed like this information could be of some use to you, that is what I came here to tell you about it. Distressing, Sam. Transmitter. Never seen such a thing before. Same here. After hearing that, we split into 2 groups to search for the transmitter, right? Still haven't found it! It doesn't matter. We have to put the transmitter on the back of the burner for now. Finding the identity of X was our top priority. X was most likely the one to kill Shoma. Or they could have ordered someone else to do it, like they did for Kako. At any rate, X was absolutely involved in Shoma's murder. As long as we could figure out who killed Shoma, we'll find out who X is. Alright. Clench my fist tightly. Hiroko, Tsubasa, come with me. What? Where? To the courtyard. I'm going to reinvestigate the scene of Shoma's murder. Very well. I don't mind, but... What's that? Can we have breakfast first? I'm starving. Alright, I need to use the bathroom before I continue. Why did you ask us to come along? Can't go against my own last words, can I? How about moving groups together in the day? Why choose us? No reason in particular, I just felt like it. Felt like it? One of us could very well be X. Then it'd be a 2-on-1 fight. What if X tries to destroy evidence during the investigation? I'm not worried. They would have already done that while I was unconscious if it was that important. Yes, that is true. Then what are you investigating? One question before I answer that. Nobody has an alibi from 4 AM on day 51, right? When Shoma was killed? Yes, we were sleeping in our rooms while Eva was in Echo's room, actually, but you know what I mean. What about the murder weapon or any other clues? So far, we haven't found anything. In that case... The fastest way to identify X is to see who possibly killed Shoma under those circumstances. Figuring out what that method was could break the case wide open. Who could have done that was thus the best line of investigation to pursue. Now, how exactly are we going to do that? The place is so big, I have no idea where to start. We need some clues first. There is a clue. Shoma's body was wet when we first found it, remember? I think that very well may be the key to solving this case. There was a valve on the handle side, probably for adjusting the amount of water. Opened it remotely and... a frightening amount of water gushed out at once, making the fountain look like an erupting geyser. The giant column of water shot up into the sky and came down again in a downpour of rain. I quickly turned the handle to close the valve. Soon the water considerably went back to its normal flow. That was close. What exactly are you trying to do? I'm glad I was standing over here. I'd be all wet now if I'd been any closer. It was more like a tunnel than a drain. The water flowed deep into that tunnel. There was a large handle here as well. When I turned the handle, a well came up and down from the top of the tunnel, completely sealing up the drain. After checking it, I returned the handle to its original position. I briefly saw Hiroko and Tsubasa staring at me, confused, as I proceeded to my next destination. The cage where Shoma had been held. We already checked every last inch of that cage. There are no hidden tunnels underneath, and the bars are as strong as they can be. No scratches on the locks either, no traces of anything that had been tampered with. The hinges of the gate are also untouched. Officially, this cage is like an animal pen. I think it was supposed to be molded after a bird cage or something. You see that ring suspended from the top there? Yes, what about it? The cage isn't secured to the floor. It's just a bottomless cage on top of the base. But the cage is possible to move manually. It literally weighs a ton. How do you know that? There's a blueprint in the courtyard's wardroom. The computer has some information about it. So it weighs it 1 ton. Hey, that reminds me. Do you know the courtyard was originally created as a biotope for space development research? Biotope? Here, I'll try to keep explanation as brief as possible. It's said before that World Depth, Earth was a different kind of terrain and had arid regions of rainforests. And each of those regions was inhabited by living things outside that area, including plants, microorganisms, and vertebrates. For research purposes, this place has originally been created as a perfect replica of the ecosystems those creatures have been living in. That's why there are blasts of hot air to simulate a desert environment. It can also withstand atmospheric pressure in many times the Earth's range. But wouldn't that amount to the pressure that cause those windows to break? What are you talking about? Those things that aren't windows, they're all display screens, including the ceiling. Look carefully and you'll see the light flickering every once in a while. There's no way all the sky can be visible from here. We're inside the school after all. Nope, you're right, but what about the exits on both sides connected to the hallways? Atmospheric pressure can escape from those exits when the gates get too high, right? Those places were closed at the beginning, covered by partition walls, don't you remember? Oh, right. They open after Sarah released them. In other words, as long as the walls on those exits and drain are down, the courtyard is completely sealed space. Completely sealed space. Are you done here? Shall we return to the gym? Not yet. Just one more thing. A balloon?
Oh.
The only found during our investigation, day 51. Why do you think it was found so close to the cage? I have no idea. I can hardly imagine someone personal belonging, but more likely possibility someone may use in the Gift-O-Matic. Gift-O-Matic? We'll definitely find a clue if we go there.
Oh.
So in summary, the official name of this is the Sturdy Rubber Balloon. It's made by a very durable material. Description on the box means it doesn't break easily. The balloon had a capacity of 10 liters. It should be quite big when it blows up. According to the history logs, it's been crafted a total of 200 times. Who needs that many balloons and for what? Fortunately, we won't be able to find out who crafted them. That data, and only that data, has been erased. Tsubasa, is there a tire pump in the parking lot? Yeah, an electric air compressor. Is it portable? Of course it is. It has caster wheels attached to it. Anybody can move it anywhere. But why do you ask? Sorry, let me get my thoughts first. I'll explain it to everyone once I have a clearer picture of how the events unfolded. A clearer picture? And when will that happen? Probably by 7 PM tonight. The day flew by as I did. Soon it was night. Well, who's dead? So, obviously Eiko, because I killed him. Kako, Shoma, and Gaku. A lot more people were dead if we did the killing game. Oh god, I just noticed. Okay, let's not look at... Let me not get spoiled to it again. There's 3 different branching routes this time. I asked everyone to meet me here has arrived. Exactly... Yeah, it just... I just saw other. That's all I saw, so I didn't see the actual name of the person I need to pick. Hey guys, can you all move to the courtyard? I have something important to discuss. But interesting. The first time it's a branching path isn't more than 2. Do you think you have an idea? No, not a clue. What is this important thing we had to come all the way here to discuss? Well, you see, turn my gaze upwards and slowly lowered my head. I figured out
killed Shoma.
Yeah, they literally are doing the exact same thing. Who did it? First, the answer is how. How did the killer stab Shoma when he was inside the locked cage? If we can figure that out, the identity of the killer becomes apparent. Because only that person could have done it under all those circumstances. Just cut to the chase, tell us who the killer is already. Alright.
I'll tell you. The person who killed Shoma, it was the name of that person is...
Why can I pick 8? I don't think Eiko was there last time. Oh, but all the dead people are here. So those are probably all like, no, don't pick them. I don't think it's Eva. Can't be Tsubasa. Genuinely, I've got no clue. But I would think it would be Ima, because he's the one... Ima's the only one that has the motive to do it, but we're trying to figure out who X is. Ima clearly has the motive to do it. But I feel like that's too easy. Fuck it, I just, even if I get a bad ending from this, I don't know. No, I don't know. Why can't I pick myself? I want to know what happens if I pick myself. But, no, I want to see what happens if I pick myself. I want to know. Yeah, I did it. I'm confessing. This is my confession.
I don't have any memories of it, but the killer, it could very well have been me.
Yeah, I've been saying all this time, right? But how could you not have any memories? It's simple, I just don't remember. And you cannot be the killer. But I don't believe you here could have done something so cruel. I'm the one who got inside since the key was also with me. There are other reasons too. Nothing happened when I was unconscious, right? That would make sense if I was the culprit. That was the cause of my fainting disease may have played a part in it as well. If those damaged parts have actually yet to heal properly, I could have gotten up unconsciously at night and did all those things up being wherever, right? That's what I'm saying. It was probably me, maybe. And you, this was no choice but to lock you up in a cell. Are you okay with that to kill me? No. You're still trying to put up a fight after you confessed? I wasn't confessing, I was just saying it was a possibility. But you were so confident you knew where the killer was. You were being utterly incoherent. Alright, hold him down, everyone. Okay. Stay away from me. I said stay away. Scream started running. You bastard, stop right there! Some time passed. I was finally able to throw up my pursuers are running around the school haphazardly. How?
Stick around here. I should leave the school for a while and get my head together.
Head to the entrance hall and grab the fire extinguisher before sneaking outside. How did you avoid them? But besides, you're gonna die here. Yugumu, you are X. No. Well, you basically admitted to it just now. I told you, I was just throwing out possibilities. Save your excuses. Now I can finally kill you without regrets. What? Have you forgotten I'm an assassin? Wait, does that mean... Pulled out a dirk and walked towards me with a smirk on his face.
No! Stop!
Oh, you bitch! I didn't think... I just assumed this would be a joke ending. I didn't think we'd be getting... Is this like an actual route?
Nozomi! Why?
I saw you, so I ran after you.
Yugamu! How could you do this?
Hey, this wasn't my fault. I was just trying to intimidate you. Killing you had never been my intention at all.
Shut up!
Charged at Yugumu with fair roll and grabbed hold of each other. So we were struggling, we lost our bounces and bodies and careened towards the wall of fire at the same time. The very next moment, our bodies vaporized in the blink of an eye. Consciousness ceased quickly as my body was reduced to ashes. Well, that was an ending. Yeah, gotta skip this so I don't get spoiled what the route names are. I got ending 97. Dance in the Purple Flames. So this was your very first route? Oh, mystery route. That's what this is called. Probably because it's like a mystery of like... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it's other myself. So like, you can guess Takumi in the other one too, but I guess this one has an actual different ending, so... Let's try and figure it out. I only have one more guess. If I don't, I have to go and to a completely different route because of the way I'm doing it. Ema. That's the only one I got. I literally have no idea who else could have done this. Actually, maybe it was Yugumu. Because he's the one that follows me in the other... Oh, maybe it was Yugumu. Ema, what are you talking about? How in the world could I have done that? Very well, allow me to explain. What you did was, he was not Ema. It's all very simple. You were... This guy's stinking to high heavens.
Of course he is! He's X after all! I think about it, nobody got attacked whenever he was unconscious, right? Maybe he's trying to frame someone else to make the rest of us let a god down.
After that, he'll tell us there's no need to travel in groups or sleep together anymore. Commit his next crime. So we brought this man up in the futile, shift the suspicion away from him. Yeah, that's what I accidentally did for the first time. I did that, where was it? For this one. I accidentally hovered over Shoma. So I knew it was Shoma by accident. It does make sense. Yes, it does indeed. You have no choice but to lock you up. Wait, this was a mistake. I was just... Oh, and this time I actually get locked up instead of running. In the end, I was detained by the others and locked inside the cage of the courtyard. What possessed me to even say that? I couldn't remember. But it's too late for regrets. I had no strength to even sigh. Only a little while later, my consciousness fled from me. Oh, we're skipping to day 100 on this ending. I had no idea how long I was unconscious, but when I opened my eyes, I saw the cage had been unlocked. Unsure of what that meant, I pushed the door open and nervously stepped outside. Only to know someone was lying in the cage next to mine. Ran over to see who it was.
Ava.
Didn't even need to check. She was clearly already gone. Cage was unlocked. When inside touched her arm, it was deathly cold. She's been dead for at least a few hours.
What's going on here?
I stamped down my disquieting thoughts and quickly started searching for the others. My next destination was the library. As soon as I entered, I saw...
Yoshika!
Did everyone fucking die? Thinking everyone might be in the rooms, I just proceeded to the roof. It was eerily silent around. There were no signs of life anywhere. Still convinced there had to be someone around, I opened every single door to check. Takamawa, Hiroko's room, Jiru's room, all their room completely empty, abandoned. Kurawa's room was next. Inside, my glance fell on her bed. Lying there was...
No! Kurata too!
Checked her body like even Kyoshika. She was cold to the touch.
No, wait. Maybe...
Clinging to the ray of hope, I decided to move Kurawa's body to the infirmary. But... I had a really bad feeling about this whole thing. Dark despondency pulled the concealed pit at my stomach. But it's fine. It's gonna be fine. That's what I kept telling myself as I continued searching. Searching every room, second and third floors, then any other rooms I hadn't checked. I didn't find anyone. Finally, I reached the first floor. Upon stepping inside the mysterious room with no name, I saw...
Yugamu.
There's no need to even check his body. I could feel an eerie chill crawling under my skin, spreading to the rest of my body. The last place I visited was the garage. I pushed the door up and cautiously stepped inside, and then... when I finally registered the scene before me, I thought I could hear the sound of my heart breaking apart. Felt nothing, not even sadness or despair. I simply turned over their bodies, mechanically and emotionally. Takamaru, Ima, Jirumi, Tsubasa's hearts had been removed through their backs. Acting on a hunch, I peered underneath Yuriko's clothing to check her back as well. There was a large empty cavity there as well, just as I suspected. But there was no longer capable of reasoning this though. My mental facilities had been over by a thick, impenetrable fog. Stepping outside, I wandered aimlessly for a while before coming to a stop in the schoolyard. I stood around roots the spot in the daze for quite some time, then a passing soundless breeze blew past. As I took the breeze, a slight sense of suspicion flashed through my back of my mind. How many dead bodies have I found? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Was put there in prison, say Del's 25. How many survivors are at that time? Including myself, there were 12, which meant... But that suspicion quickly dispelled from my mind when survivors appeared before me. We fought so hard in defensive battles. Everyone gave their all. We beat Veshnas, and yet this is what we woke up to.
Takumi, you killed them all, right?
What?
What?
We're the last 3 still alive. No one else but you could have done it.
Her execution jolted my mind to action. I started to defend myself desperately.
No, it wasn't me. I went through the same ordeal too. My cage was unlocked when I woke up and I walked out to almost everybody dead.
You really think we'll believe you after what you've already done?
Who else could have done this, huh? Tell us!
Oko was right. 3 of us were the only ones alive. I stood there to reason that one of us had to be the killer.
Come on, we're waiting! Who killed everybody if not you?
It was...
What, I get another choice? Oh, there's 3 options now. Why would Nozomi be the killer? I definitely wasn't the killer. But fuck it, let's see Nozomi's option first, because I know it's not the true one.
I'm sorry, Nozomi, but you're the only one who could have done this.
How could you even say such a thing? It wasn't me, it really wasn't me. Forget it, I don't care anymore. Everyone died like that, so I... Oh, she's broken. She suddenly screamed at the top of the... Oh, she's killing herself.
Wait, Nozomi!
Quickly followed her. Before long, we reached the wall of fire, but Nozomi didn't slow down. She continued running at full speed, sped right into the wall of fire.
No!
This wasn't what I wanted. All because I made that accusation. Because of me, Nozomi. No, wait, it's gonna be fine. I'll still be able to make it. Save Nozomi, drag her out of the flames. My body was already moving before I could finish the thought. I launched myself into fiery flames. Very next moment, I was vaporized in an instant. My consciousness ceased as quickly as my body reduced to ashes. Wonderful ending there. A kind heart. Well done. Ending 95. Yeah, this is kind of fucked. Alright, well that's ending 7, so I forgot to update the title after I got ending 6. Shouldn't the death be over Takumi and Nozomi too? Alright. So, now let's go back to letting Eiko live routes. Let's just get a quick another ending of... Yeah, let's accept Kurara's feelings to get this ending. Yeah, let's just see something wholesome before I go back to that route. Let's just accept her feelings. I'll only have one other romance ending to get after this. Kurara, I like you too. Please go out with me. Liar! You like Nozomi!
No, I like you, Kurara. You have to trust what I say about my own feelings. I like you, Kurara.
Yeah.
Loosened my hold on Kurara and looked down her and snugged against my chest. As Zankyushi looked at me, our eyes meeting. As we looked into each other's eyes, our lips were naturally drawn closer.
Wait. This is way too embarrassing.
You can't kiss with your mask on! Alright, this must have been the first time Kurara's ever taken her mask off and put a brave face for so long. The mask should be... Oh, another... Wait, what? Why? Okay, I wasn't expecting this. No. I guess I have 2 more romance route. Sorry, I need you to wait longer for that. You're turning into a bit of a...
Turning into a bit of a sadist. Well, it's not entirely unattractive.
Was it because I already done it in a dream? It was supposed to be my first kiss, but it didn't feel that way. It felt like it finally going back to the place I was always meant to be. Like the future that was always meant for me had finally become my reality. This wasn't it. Our battle wasn't over yet. In order to survive a happy future for Kurara, I would have to survive until day 100 no matter what it took. Let's do this.
Oh my god! Read the room! I'm going to beat the life out of these tactless invaders! But first, how about we do that one more time?
Alright. I want to listen to the music, but I don't want to get spoiled to routes. 62. Ending my 8th ending. Whoops. Alright, day 75, I think, is where it was. Right? Yeah. It was Eva, okay. I just don't want to... I have no idea who the killer is, so... I instead of just keep guessing, I just want to know.
The real You! Ava!
What are you saying, Takumi? I came to the school on day 21. I couldn't have written the first threatening note or killed Gaku. That means I couldn't have been X.
Indeed.
What?
I didn't say you were X. What I said was you're the person who killed Shoma.
I did not. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was.
Shut your mouth and just watch. I'll be exposing every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start to finish.
Alright, persuasion with Eva. What makes you think I'm the killer? We're getting to that part. I'll have to explain how the murder even took place to begin with. Shoma's dead body was found in that cage. He'd been stabbed multiple times. That means you had to figure a way to get inside the cage. The door was locked, and if you were the only one with the key, Takumi... Yes, I did have the key. So you couldn't have used it. You used another way to get inside. Another way? That key lies in the design of the cage.
The design? What are you talking about?
Nope. Let's try that again.
Design? What are you talking about?
Bottom not secured.
The bottom part of the cage isn't secured in place.
Eva's the killer. It's just a heavy iron cage mounted onto the base.
I don't understand. That cage isn't secured in place. Whatever.
You lifted the cage up. Oh, because she was the only one who probably had the strength to lift the cage.
Simply be lifted up.
He went inside from the bottom. Just because I had no idea who could have possibly have been, I purposely looked just so I could move on and not just constantly get it wrong. What nonsense is this, Takumi? How is it possible for anyone to lift up such a heavy mental structure? Very true, the cage weighs just about a ton. It's not something anyone can move with their bare hands. Wait, aren't you contradicting yourself right now?
You claimed I lifted it up, but now you're saying it's too heavy to be lifted?
Nope.
You.
The design? What are you talking about?
You know, kind of ironic that she killed Shoma when in the first run, Shoma took such good care of her.
That cage isn't secured in place.
The cage.
You claimed I lifted it up, but now you're.
Oh. The water.
You used buoyancy.
The buoyancy? That's right, you made the courtyard a watertight space by closing off the drains, and then you flooded the entire place. And there's a fountain here, right? You opened its valve fully to release the enormous amount of water through the nozzles, turning it into something like an erupting geyser or open dam. You left the water valve wide open for a while to fill the space with water. So your explanation was so outrageous I couldn't help but be amused. Takumi, do you not know how powerful water pressure can be? Even if we assume water can be released into the environment after covering up any openings, some water would still leak out because of those walls would be used under constant pressure from the force of water. No, that wouldn't happen. That's how this place was designed. Because the courtyard was originally constructed for a certain special purpose.
Special purpose? What's...
Space!
This place was a biotope to be used for space development research.
It was designed to be able to withstand atmospheric pressures, many times the Earth's range. That's what Tsubasa said. Yeah, that's right. And that's why it's impossible for the water pressure to cause any leaks. After a while, the place became filled with water. Considering the water flow of the fountain, it probably took about 3 hours for the water to rise up to the top of the cage. Shoma was killed at 4 a.m. Counting back from what the time brings to 1 a.m., the approximate time for the water to start accumulating. Even if you were right, the entire cage is made of iron. It literally weighs a ton, you said so yourself.
It wouldn't shift around simply from being submerged in water. Buoyancy doesn't work that way. How could
I don't know what the correct word is. Whoops.
special... What special purpose?
That.
It wouldn't shift around simply from being submerged in water.
Sturdy rubber balloons.
By using sturdy rubber balloons.
Rubber balloons? Ones that can be filled with air to a capacity about 10 liters. You inflated 100 of these balloons and pulled them to the cage. To be more precise, you put the deflated balloons into the cage first before inflating them. Archimedes' principle states that upwards buoyant force is equal to the weight of displaced water. 100 balloons that hold 10 liters equal to 1,000 kilograms. In other words, the effect is 1 ton of upward force. That cancel out the weight of the cage, reducing it to near zero. Didn't you say you hated studying or you're bad at school? How do you know this shit? You barely needed to use a single finger to lift them. You were easily able to lift the cage with just the slightest effort. 110-liter rubber balloons, that's just not... It'd be impossible for me to inflate so many balloons in such a short time. How could anyone have done that? More than likely use a certain tool.
A certain... well...
A tire pump.
The bicycle tire pump in the parking lot. It's an electric air compressor.
It's mounted on wheels and can be easily moved here. Using that would make it a literal breeze to fill up all those balloons. I see. That method does make it possible for the cage to be lifted up while submerged in water. But don't you find it strange? If the cage had been underwater for that long, Shoma would have been drowned inside. Yet the revival manic stated his cause of death as her heromantic shock.
Doesn't that conflict with the sequence of events you've laid out? If your deduction holds true...
He breathed in the... no. Whoops.
Doesn't that conflict with the sequence of events you've laid out?
Cage wasn't completely submerged.
The cage wasn't completely submerged.
The water had stopped just below the composed part of the cage for it to work. Discharging water equal to the volume of the cage itself created the buoyant force needed. Shoma kept his head above the water surface and breathed through his mouth, gaping and grasping for air the whole time. You took the opportunity to lift up the cage while underwater, slip inside, and stab him multiple times. What happened to the water in the courtyard after that? You opened the drainage walls to drain it away.
Then the courtyard should have still been wet when we discovered Shoma's body.
Projection mapping? Nope.
Doesn't that if your deduction holds true... Then the courtyard should have still been wet when we discovered Shoma's body. But was it?
Nobody knows is definitely a wrong answer.
You used blasts of hot air to dry the place up.
What? I mentioned just now this courtyard was originally ready to create a biotope for space development research. Because of that, it's perfectly capable of reproducing a desert environment. Which means it has the ability to blast hot winds around the area. After draining the water away, you activated that setting to dry out the courtyard. Due to the lack of time, however, the water didn't dry completely. When we discovered Shoma's body, it was actually still somewhat damp. And it was dry enough, though, plus we were all distracted by Shoma's dead body. That's why we failed to notice the remaining wetness in the area. Only thing we noticed that Shoma's body was damp. Fine, I understand, this is utter foolishness. Let me summarize what you're trying to say. I went underwater, lifted the cage, and stabbed Shoma multiple times while he was gasping for air at the surface. Then I dove underwater again and turned the valve to handle to open the drainage walls. Takumi, I'm neither a diver nor a mermaid, even if I was an expert in holding my breath.
A regular person would struggle to do even one...
Your mask!
No. It's absolutely possible.
You used your mask, Eva! Tsubasa told me about it. There's a miniature air tank in your mask. It allows you to use as a sealed gas mask. You can breathe up to 30 minutes using it like that. Yeah, I did say that. Never thought it would work underwater, though. There we go.
Yes, I remember now. My mask did have a function like that, but someone stole it from me. That person must be the real killer. Yes, that has to be it. I know I am right.
You've been cornered and you know it, Ava. Just admit that you're the one behind this. Your mask was unique. It's custom made to fit a specific shape. According to Tsubasa, you're the only one who can wear it. You were right, Ava. This isn't a crime that a regular person could have committed. Only a diver, mermaid, or someone with that particular mask could have done it. Ergo, the person who could wear that particular mask is the culprit. And only one person in this world can put on that mask.
Gotcha!
That person is standing right in front of me. It's none other than you, Ava!
You're the only one!
Who could have killed Shoma!
No! 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 No!
Persuasion complete. Tsukumi, you're right. I killed Shoma. The method and flow of the events you've deduced, I have nothing to add. Have I really done something wrong? I too have been threatened by X. I had no choice. When did you meet X? Short rub for 1 AM on day 51, just before the murder. I heard a knock on my door. And you opened it? Yes. Why? The thought that it might be X outside the door did flash through my mind briefly. Yeah, exactly. But I'm not part of the SDU, and I wasn't even here when you saw the threatening note. I just assumed I could not have been on X's radar. Oh, what did X say?
I have the remote detonator that will trigger the bomb inside your body. Here it is, in case you think I'm lying. I'm going to give you some instructions now, but you don't have much time. Follow my orders quickly, or else. Should you go against me, or tell the others about my existence, I will detonate the bomb in your body immediately.
This time his threat actually could come true. Wait, what's going on? How did X get their hands on the detonator? Maybe they stole it from one of us. No, X said they obtained it from the proper channels from Tsubasa herself. No. Gave a copy to everyone. Past years later. Now we're 100% sure that X is one of us. No, I think you can remove me from that list. I passed the first detonator to Hiroko and never got it back. I haven't received the duplicate from Tsubasa yet. That is fair. Tsukumi shall be taken off the list of suspects. Everyone else started scrutinizing each other with great suspicion, not daring to even move their bodies, only their eyes. Hey, it was just one thing. X said they blew up if you told the others about him, right? Yes. And that's what you're doing now? You feeling okay? Why hasn't X blown you up yet? I believe they could if they wanted to. The device is small enough to put upon someone's hand. It could be hidden in a sleeve or on their chest somewhere in the waist and no one would notice. It would be easy to simply press the button at the opportune moment, but X cannot do that for one particular reason. What's that? Tsukumi, remember I said about the bomb mechanism before? Yeah, I remember. Anyone standing with a 25-yard radius at the time would be blown to smithereens. 25? That makes the blast diameter length of the Olympic-sized swimming pool. Basically the length of this entire courtyard! That's why X isn't pressing the button. Because they'd be caught up in the blast as well. And it's not like they simply run away. Taking such action is as good as admitting you're RX. That's why X got their hands tied, huh? It's a perfect opportunity! What? For us to get information about X from Eva, since they can't blow her up! We can ask whatever we want! Great idea! But do you know anything about X? Their height, body shape? They were dressed in the same outfit Shoma previously described, and used a voice changer as well. So, it's not possible to discern who they are by the looks and the voice, but...
Actually, I figured out who X is.
How'd you figure that out? Yeah, their mannerisms. Their mannerisms? You know how some people subconsciously touch their chin and play with their hair when thinking about something? Those sorts of mannerisms. Which are really hard to hide it, but of course I managed to pick up on them. Who is X?
All All right.
Alright.
I will tell you. X is the real identity.
Just say it before you get blown up. Is suddenly a sense of dread washed over me and my mind started working overtime as I went through all the possibilities. Maybe X would really press the button now. Everyone thinks X won't do it because of their mind blowing themselves up. But if their real identity was revealed, it would be an end for them anyway. They might even prefer to die for everyone else. But in that case, they really weren't pressing the button now before Eva could reveal their identity. Were we bang on the possibility that Eva might say the wrong name? If she did, X could sit back and watch the show without doing anything. And if she really said X's real name, they could always press the button at that time. Surely is why X was adopting a wait-and-see attitude right now. Might be dangerous for Eva to say the name out loud. Even if she got it right, everyone would die anyway. Still, might be overthink things. X could be hesitating simply because they were afraid to die. What do I do? What should I do? There was literally no time to hesitate any longer. My final decision was... okay. You know how suspicious it is, even though I've been cleared of being X, to shut her up? No, I'm gonna take a wait-and-see approach as well. No. I'm gonna see what happens. Decided to let Eva finish her sentence without interrupting her. She stayed silent, refused to say another word. What is the matter? X got your tongue! Would you not know who X is? And why'd you pretend like you knew? She smirked and let out a chuckle, looking as though she was mocking us. When I saw her expression, the truth dawned on me. Of course, you're afraid, right? Afraid to die. Even if you're forced to do so by X, you were still the one to kill Shoma. That is an unforgivable act. You thought so to yourself. If I'm gonna be thrown in the cage again this time, they're never gonna let me out. Why should I stay with them? I'll blow myself up and take everyone with the SDU with me. But you were afraid to face death. You never had the courage to begin with. So you decided to leave it in the hands of X, right? The act of pressing the button to activate your Braum. That's why you lied about knowing X's identity. Wait, you mean you were going along with us? This time was just an act? When you said you hated Veshtas, that was a lie too? So all you could do was gain our trust and gather intel while hiding in plain sight. The detonator's on the moving in a okay. My body moved as my mind did. I exploded to action, dashed over to Eva at breakneck speed. Grabbed her left wrist and shouted loudly.
Get away, everyone!
That time, everyone made a mad scramble to the exit. Right after I did that, Eva grabbed my shoulder and forced me to face her. As I did, I saw a raised foot and then found myself being kicked away. Landing near the exit were the 5 other people. They had just reached the gate and were not yet outside. The R5 rushed to the exit to the other side, where the same distance away. Quickly stood up and looked in Eva's direction as she pinched her little finger and said,
Is this the courage you said I didn't have?
She pulled out her little finger without a trace of hesitation. So does it end there and I die, or... Oh, day 80. I woke up. It's day 80. I was already so used to waking up, finding out I missed a bunch of days. I was a little more surprised the fact that I was somehow still alive. Couldn't think of it. I seem to recall someone pulling me back with great force before the explosion. That could be why I survived. I wonder who saved me. Didn't see who it was, but I remember a lavender fragrance. I can think about this later. Is everyone okay? Stood up from my makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain, divider, and stepped outside, and then... What do you mean Tsubasa and Moko are gone? Exactly what I meant! They were both missing when I woke up! But the last 3 I watched last night, right? Yes, but halfway through my shift I felt a pain in my neck and like someone had pricked me! Sound like jabbing with a stolen anesthetic because I blacked out immediately! When you woke up there, Rough God! That's what I've been trying to say! This point, I mean, maybe Moko is X, because that was one of the only survivors left, but I somehow doubt that. So, Takumi, have you decided to rejoin us in the land of the living? 5 days, no see. Pretty fast, all things considered. Yeah, hey, shouldn't we be looking for Tsubasa and Moko? Yes, the 9 of us will split into different groups of 3. Group 1, Minazomi, Darumi. Group 2, Takamaru, Kurara, Koshika. Group 3, Hiroko, Yugama, Ima. Let's go find them. And thus we embarked on the search for Tsubasa and Moko. We visited every place in the school to see if we could find any traces of them. However, they're nowhere to be found. It's not even an hour since we started looking. Suddenly, we heard a voice from the schoolyard. Bad news! Teams Takamura and Takamura, can you hear me? Someone come to the parking lot right now. Tsubasa! Takamura's team was already at the parking lot at the time they arrived. They were a few trees in the parking lot. Hiroko and Takamura were staring great at something near the top of them. Dread started to pull in the pit of my stomach. I turned slowly and cautiously looked in the direction of their stares. What I saw was... Oh, no, it's Moko. Nope, it's both of them. They're both dead.
No!
Oh, it's just like Case 4 or whatever in, Danganronpa 2, where there were 2 dead bodies. Actually, there was a case in 1, too, where 2 people died at once. So this is just like that. It was clear they were both dead. Blood drained from my face as I felt sick to my bone. Now 5 of my friends are dead. I didn't know my heart was breaking apart. Somehow I held myself together and said,
Lower them to the ground and move them to the infirmary.
Subject Tsubasa. Here, Murat shock. Day 80, cause of between 5 and 8 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on the abdomen. Too much time has passed since death. Moko. Same thing. Too much time has passed since death. We silently moved their bodies to the morgue. Hey, do you mind if I mention something? Go on. There's something I noticed on Tsubasa's back. She got her heart stolen like the others? Wait, how'd you know about the hearts being stolen? I decided it was not something worth hiding and told them about it. Right. But I don't think the cases are related. Neither of them have their backs cut open. Then what did you want to tell us about Tsubasa's back? I noticed the hem of her blouse hitched up and while removing her body just now. She turned her body and pulled the blouse up as we could see the strange thing on her back. 2? I think so. Could be a Z or an N as well. I don't know. The mark is small enough to completely be covered by a hand. Not located in the center, but nor towards the left side of the spine. This is indeed curious. A purplish color even makes it look like a bruise. What could that number mean? We checked Moko's back as well. There were no markings at all, let alone one that looked like a number. After that, we turned them back around, closed our eyes, and put our hands together to pay our respects. Moko! 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 Nozumi clung onto Moko's body and wept bitterly. Her anguished chokes and sobs reverberated throughout the hushed morgue. Night soon fell. When bedtime approached, Kurara suddenly brought something up. Found this in Tsubasa's face. Can you take a look at it? The organic life detection device? 9, the same number of people here. Ain't about time you just showed her hand, X. You're one of us here, aren't you? No criminal in their wrong mind would happily come forward to identify themselves when asked. How about this, X? Fess up and we promise not to throw your sick little ass into jail. Who wants to help us out here? Are we only talking to X right now? Say what? X instructed someone to kill Kako and Shoma. What if it was the same this time? Hey, don't go put weird ideas into my head. You're basically saying there are 2 killers among us. Whatever the case, we should probably be sleeping together. I agree. X should still have some anesthesia left. Another option is to increase the number of people on watch, but it's probably safe for everyone just to sleep in their own rooms. What do you think, Takumi? Find myself, arms across my chest, thought long and hard about before saying, yeah, going back to sleep in our rooms may be a better option at this point, on the condition that no one leaves their door open until morning announcement. Are we clear on that? Didn't black out yesterday, despite going through many stressful events. I don't know why, but it was like I've been cured of feigning disease. During the day, we split up 2 groups to investigate the deaths of Tsubasa and Moko, but we didn't find a single clue. Soon after the sun setting, darkness took over. The sound of the doorbell. Since Showdown was fine, was it X? Were they here to get me? Those thoughts raced in my mind as I made my way. I know what you're thinking, Takumi. Maybe Hiroko was X, right? But you're wrong, I am not X. Yeah, you say that, but just listen to me, I need to tell you something. You're likely innocent because you do not have the detonator for Eva's bomb, right? For that reason, I trust you and want to tell you something I remembered. What is it? I'm going to the morgue now. If you trust me, meet me there. I'll be waiting for you. What should I do? I don't believe Hiroko's X, but... damn it! I hid my infusion under my clothes as a precaution and ran directly to the morgue. I've never met an idiot as stupidly naive as you even consider that what happened to you if I'd really been X. But you said you weren't. Only a gullible idiot would have believed a potential suspect is not a bloodthirsty serial killer simply because they said so. Anyway, what's that thing you remembered? It's a strange number we saw yesterday. What about it? This is her liver mortis code. Liver mortis code? It's a unique number that appears on the back of all STU members when they lose almost all their cryptoglobin. Only those from Team 1 have this. Where'd you hear about this? That is a 3-day long story. I can tell you another time. All I can tell you now is that there's a very reliable piece of information. There was a large gaping hole there. Shoma too? Yes, I believe X must have done this. But when? We were moving in groups ever since he died. Well, there was one silver opportunity X would have had to take advantage of. What's that? When Eva self-destructed, everyone was caught in the blast. It was the next morning by the time we regained consciousness. X must have woken up sooner than the rest of us, and... now we have 4 cases on hand. Everyone ruined... It's in the same shape. X used the same method to remove their hearts from their bodies. Sure seems that way. What do you see when you look at this wound? Well, the outline is rather clearly defined, like they were cut open with a scalpel or something. Oh, I get it now. It's the exact same location. It has to be. Part of their backs, the liver mortis code, had been cut out. Well done. Is it the same for Moko? Haven't you been listening? The liver mortis code only shows up from those from Team 1. Moko's from Team 2. Naturally, her back is code 3. Saying that Hiroko returned the bodies to their original positions. But why would X do such a thing? I'm guessing just that they don't want to learn of their existence. Their bodies were left in the original state. Somebody was bound to notice the code sooner or later. So they cut out the part with the code in order to keep them hidden from us. Why did they cut their hearts too? Most likely a red herring. Think about it. What would be your first thing to come to mind if you saw multiple bodies had only a certain part of their backs cut away? I would think it would have to be something on our bodies as well. Now you see, now you're getting it. You would think X is targeting something invisible in our bodies. What would you do with that information? What am I supposed to do? For example, I would cut out that part of my body before X could get their hands on it. Or cover it with something like a tattoo or a soaring dragon. X would likely be inconvenienced if we did that. That is why they took out our heart as well. They wanted us to believe the target was not a patch of skin on our backs, but their hearts and our bodies. That's why X did that. Though that still leaves us one question. What's that? I'll explain later. You see, X's objective has to do with the knowledge of the liver mortis code. Our current hypothesis is that X cut out that particular part of skin. Not because they were avid skin collectors, but simply to stop us from knowing the existence of the codes. But if that is true, then why set up the rare heading? Because if X's objectives was to only know what the codes were, he could have simply gotten rid of the bodies once they saw it. They could have tossed the bodies into the wall of fire, buried them in the forest, yet X did none of these things. Why? I'm not sure. Maybe they needed the bodies to get left in the morgue for some reason. Yes, I clearly wanted to leave the bodies here. But by doing so, that would allow us to find out about the existence of the liver mortis codes. That is why they went through the trouble. So the question is, what does X want the bodies preserved? That's what I'm trying to find out. Let's put that aside. Why does X want to know what the liver mortis codes are? It's to do with the distress signal transmitter. Transmitter with the Boy of Undying Flames? Oh, I know. The correct series of codes you mentioned must be referring to the liver mortis codes. There are 10 people in Team 1. Entering 9 of our codes would summon a rescue craft. But knowing that the liver mortis codes of 9 people indicates that 9 people have entered total death. Total death. It means complete certain cessation in life. In this state, a person is impossible to revive. Okay, but how'd you come across all this information? Same way I came across my previous information, by remembering them. Oh, the 3-long-day story you were talking about. Yes, I'll explain further when it is time. More on our side. For now, our priority is to identify X. Do you understand now? Do you understand why I said X's objective is to find out the liver mortis codes? Does it mean X is trying to summon the rescue craft? It is very likely. So they can leave the school? Quite so.
Ah.
Which means X already knows where the distress signal transmitter is located. But because the liver motors codes would already be useless. That is a logical line of reasoning. Keep going. If we find the distress signal transmitter ourselves, we may have a clue to X's identity. That is where I'm going to start looking for the distress signal transmitter now. Care to join me? But it's almost midnight. What are you, 5? Alright. I need to use the bathroom before we continue. We found nothing. It's almost 6. We are not in our rooms for the morning announcement. The others might suspect us of being X. Yes, we should call it for a day for now, and just as Hiroko's about to finish her sentence. Kurara, shh, hide yourself. What in the world? I mean, the rule, we should never go anywhere alone, so why is Kurara wandering herself? Now that you mention it. We peered around the corner of the hallway to see where Kurara was going. She vanished in the direction of the staircase. The sound of footsteps on the floor above us slowly became softer and softer until we heard the roof closing, and then there was silence. Kurara went upstairs. I mean, we are on the ground floor. But she just came from the staircase. Why would she even come down the stairs just to go up again? Maybe she didn't come down from the stairs. Are you saying... Then...
What is this?
A secret door.
Let's see what's inside.
Yes.
Behind the door was a staircase leading down to a pitch black
Kurata
darkness.
didn't come downstairs.
She came up from here.
So, at the end of this staircase...
Yes. There's something to be discovered for sure. Let's go see.
This place. I cannot believe we're discovering new places in the school on day 82. It's freezing in here. Your unfunny jokes made in the heat of the room shrivel up and die. I don't recall making any jokes. There's some device in the middle of the room. We should check it out. Is this what I think it is? There was username and source at the bottom left part of the screen which read Distress Signal Transmitter. Enter the liver modus codes of each SDU member in the backspace of the screen. A distress signal is transmitted where 9 codes are entered. However, should a single incorrect code be entered, the poison gas will be released in the tank from the vessel below. This is a special gas designed to instantly dissolve all types of physical objects. Neither a gas nor a biohazard suit will offer any sort of protection against it. You have been warned. This is it, the distress signal transmitter we've been looking for. I think it might have been here this whole time. This is a major discovery. I started looking around for areas of the room. Next moment, I felt my blood getting cold. I saw something I hadn't noticed initially because my attention had been on the device. An object in the corner of the room. No, that wasn't an object. It wasn't. That was... Oh! So that wasn't Kurara. That was X killing her. Kurara's dead body.
We have to take her to the infirmary.
Don't bother. A dead body doesn't freeze up that badly within an hour or so.
So, she's been dead for a long time?
You have eyes? Can you not see? This is definitely Kurara Osuzuki. I know because I've seen her real face before. The one beneath her usual tomato head mask.
I've seen her face before too.
On that note, do you remember who we just crossed paths with?
Yes. Someone dressed like Kurata.
But the real Kurata is here, which means...
Who the heck was that?
One thing is for sure. That person is none other than X themselves.
Who knows how long Kurara has been dead? They might have the voice changer to sound like her. You've arrived at Storylock 3. You will not be able to progress without meeting certain conditions. Try exploring other branches for now. I haven't even reached Storylock 1. Reach Storylock 2. I don't think I've reached Storylock 1. Alright, so I didn't get an ending. So I can't get an ending. Alright, wait. If I'm on... here... we killed Atel. That would mean the next ending I want to get would be, choosing to kill the baby, yeah. 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 There's no other way. I have to kill the baby. For that to happen, I stain my hands blood one last time. But I can't do it now. Someone was bound to notice me walking to the fence room in this broad daylight. I don't want anyone to see me doing this. I decided to do it secretly, in the middle of the night, away from watchful eyes of others. Hi, buddy. The baby's on the other side of this door. He was generating undying flames in his capsule as he stood there. The door was protected by undying flames, too. With the undying flames that not even fire extinguishers could put out, this room was an impregnable fortress. But that wouldn't be a problem for me in this enhanced suit. The suit Hiroko retrieved was at the cost of her life, and the suit Eiko left behind. Commune combined the materials to create an enhanced suit that could even withstand the heat of the undying flames. The undying flames can't hurt me. The door is no longer unassailable. The hydraulic hammer should be ignored enough to break it down. Guys, I'm gonna get us what we need. The cryptoglobe we need to launch the escape pod. While I mumbled those words under my breath, I took a step closer to the door, and then he showed up. What the? You! You chose a really bad time to show up again after such absence. Why are you surprised? Aren't you here to kill me? No, of course not. You don't need to hide from me, Takumi. I have a good grasp on the situation. You need to kill me for my cryptoglobe-empowered escape pod you found underground, right? How'd you know? I thought you weren't feeling well enough to move around.
Huh?
Yeah. This may sound strange, but the blood space corruption was purified a little while ago, and I suddenly recovered. The last few days, I've been going around the school every night to gather information and figure out the reason for my sudden recovery. That's when I saw you discussing my assassination with a girl I'd never seen before. You were talking whether or not you would kill me. I've been watching you since yesterday to see what decision you ended up making. And as I expected, you decided to kill me. So you're here to stop me? I wish I could, after all. Who would want to die right after recovering from an illness? Unfortunately, my powers are useless against you. Undying flames have no effect on that strange suit you're wearing. That's why you wore it here, right? Looks like my guess was correct. I'm powerless to stop you from committing this crime. They completely vanished. Did you do that? But why? It's pointless to fight back. I decided to accept my death gracefully. Go ahead and kill me, Takumi. It's okay. The escape pod needs my cryptochrome to fly, right? You're willing to die to help us? Oh, you've been fighting so hard to defend my body from the invaders, after all. It's only right that I do something for you in return. Now we can go to the artificial satellite without fighting Veshness. But I need you to promise me one thing. What is it? I don't mind you using my cryptochrome to power the escape pod for the others, but...
You can't get on that pod, Takumi.
What? Why not? Think about it. Think about everything you've done. You killed Eiko before you did anything on day 2. Now you're trying to kill a defenseless baby. You're dangerous. Letting you on the satellite could cause trouble for a lot of people. So I want you to die with me here on this planet. Didn't like the Ghost Boy got the impression I was some kind of heartless serial killer. But who could blame him? I killed a lot of people, and now I was trying to do the same thing to him. If you promise me you won't take the escape pod to the artificial satellite, I'll give you my word. I'll let you use Mewtwo without resistance. Did I want to stay behind by Earth by myself? Of course not. I had my own dreams, so I wanted to see them fulfilled as well. Couldn't bear to set this condition, but... Alright, I promise. I won't get on the escape pod.
I'll stay here.
Made a promise I didn't intend to keep. The baby would be dead by then, so it wouldn't matter anyway. As a relief, my life wouldn't be wasted if I could take you down with me. Uh-huh. I thought I was going to get another choice. I just can't seem to get away from the bad guy role. Communicating directly with the person I was about to kill only added to the weight of my guilt, but there's no time for hesitation. It's time to carry out my final murder. No need to stay in the suit. The undying flame was gone. I took it off and transformed into my class armor. Then I started breaking down the door. Without the flames to protect it, it didn't stand a chance. Slowly but steadily, the door began to crumble under my attacks. The damage grew heavier and heavier. Until at long last, it was completely destroyed. I dashed right into the defense room without stopping. With a loud cry, charged towards the baby's capsule. I had a strong feeling my guilt would paralyze me if I hesitated for even a moment. Don't stay calm, get agitated, throw out all your common sense. I kept repeating those words to myself. I raised my sword. Sliced through the capsule with the baby still inside it.
System down. Emergency. Emergency. Switching to reserve power supply. Restore system immediately.
I killed a baby!
Full system. Error. Reserve power deplete. All systems.
Alright, let's go. Hand to the body of the commune who's been waiting for the storeroom. Takumi, you did as I asked! Sorry, you always have to be forced on to take the painful responsibilities. I am truly sorry. Never mind that, just get in the escape pod already. I'll go call the others. Wake up, everyone. Head to the escape pod in the hangar right now. Wake up, the escape pod is ready. Huh? What happened? Is there an enemy attack? Just head to the hangar now. Everybody, wake up. I verified my confused friends toward the underground hangar. Everybody came in the escape pod.
I thought we couldn't use the escape pod without Veshness's cryptoglobin.
Did you find a substitute? Who in the world could sub for Veshness?
Hey, wait. What do we do about the invader army? I glanced out of the window as we were running here, and the wall of fire was gone. The school's completely defenseless right now.
Isn't the wall of fire powered by the baby in the defense room? If the wall is down, something must have happened to the baby. And here's the escape pod suddenly ready to...
Yeah, they're gonna put it together.
Does that mean the fuel being used to power this pod is...
Takumi, you didn't.
The jig goes up. My friends had figured out I'd done the unforgivable once more. I closed my eyes and kept silent, fearful they would turn on me, however. Tsubasa and Yagamu took one of my hands into theirs and squeezed hard tight without saying anything. I'll share your guilt with you. That's what it felt like they were trying to tell me.
I'm sorry, Takumi.
Yo, I got my girlfriend and the yaoi ending too.
You did that despicable deed? For us?
That makes us accomplices. You should have just let me tank bad guy roles like this.
One by one, the others started conversating with me. The moment hit me, they weren't going to despise me. Tears of relief welled up my eyes. It made my desire to go to the artificial satellite with these people stronger than before.
How long until takeoff?
Just a little more.
I feel like the baby has like one plan up his sleeve to force me off of this.
Just have to trick the AI into thinking today is day 100.
As soon as she said that, inside the pod started shaking, making it difficult for us to keep standing.
To your seats! This is gonna be a rough launch. Expect at least 8G.
What the heck's 8G? I didn't know phone tech was that advanced already.
Oh my god, shut up.
I think she means the gravitational force pushing against our bodies when we take off.
How strong is 8G? Strong enough to rip your heart out of your body if you don't strap down. Get to your seats, everyone!
Quickly found our seats and buckled up. Around the same time,
Omnidirectional attack will launch in 4 leading up to the Omni Special Defense Unit member.
Communist successfully hacked the system, tricked the AI into thinking it was day 100. My heart was racing, become breathing faster. Finally, we were returning to the artificial satellite. Our dreams were finally going to become true.
I want to make something.
Feeding hungry kids on the street.
Next time, I'll be on the life-saving side. It's the only...
Maybe my story could... Then I'd be just...
It felt like so long.
Yes, but everything is over now. Once the next announcement plays, this pod will be ejected to the schoolyard. After that, it goes directly to the artificial satellite.
An omnidirectional attack.
It's finally time! Let's go!
Special Defense Unit members.
To outer...
Wow! I'm actually starting to get excited!
Yep.
An omnidirectional attack.
It's over, Takumi.
Yeah. It feels like it's been a really long nightmare.
Please depart immediately after boarding the escape pod.
We were finally going to the artificial satellite.
An
Huh? The announcement got cut off halfway. It wasn't the announcement. All mechanical noises around us. The pod was eerily silent.
What's happening? What's going on? We out of power?
Has the takeoff been reset?
Commune, what is this?
I don't understand. Why
The
was
baby will not let us take off without him. Without...
What? Insufficient propellant energy? That is...
Not even the baby's blood is strong enough to power the escape pod?
It can't be. His cryptoglobin was supposed to be in a league of its own.
Exactly! For it to be insufficient is inconceivable.
I have to stay here.
Just 1 second ago, the power was so strong, I was having trouble keeping it in check.
Commune staring at the screen, completely stunned.
The energy in the propellant keeps going down even as we speak. It's almost as if it's deliberately refusing to allow us to take flight.
The moment Commune said that, I suddenly remembered what had transpired before. The promise I made to the baby before he died.
You can't get on that pod.
Was the escape pod being stalled, taken off because I broke my promise? Was his will preventing me from reaching the artificial satellite? I should have gotten off the pod the moment I realized I was the one holding back. Everyone would be saved then, anyone except me, but... I just couldn't give up on my dream. I did the unforgivable so we could attain the dream together. Killing all those people would be for nothing if I died here. Couldn't bear to get off the escape pod. Weighed down by my hopes and dreams for the future, my body simply refused to move.
Isn't there anything we can do? We just need cryptoglobin, right? Kill me and take mine!
Mine too! I'd gladly die to make sure Mr. Tsubasa stays alive! What the heck are you two suggesting? That's not happening! Calm down, brother dearest!
No, I should be the one to get off. A leader shouldn't cling to life so disgracefully. It's my duty to sacrifice myself to save the others. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. Get off the stupid pod, Takumi! But I still couldn't muster up the resolve. I thought that I'd never see my friends again paralyze me. Nozumi, Ima, Kako, Darumi, Yugumu, Commune, and... I would never see Tsubasa again either. The announcement alerting us it was time... was up, echoed throughout the pod.
Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated.
Vestitus must have mobilized her army to attack the school after noticing the wall of fire had appeared. There's no time for us to escape anymore. Our big gamble failed, all because I shamelessly tried to survive alongside the others. Quickly rushed out the pod to take on Vestitus and her troops. Invaders kept, and what we could do is kill, 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 kill. By around daybreak, we had virtually annihilated all invaders except for Vestitus and her main force. All that remained was the Supreme Commander herself. If we could take her out, we could survive this. We were so close to a miraculous victory, but it wasn't meant to be. Greatest weapon, the Revive-O-Matic, broke down for overuse. Unable to come back to life, we started losing our lives one after another, and in the end... Oh, shit. We had barely managed to defeat Vestitus as she took each and every one of us down with her. Man, Takumi's an asshole! If he had just gotten off the pod... He really took on the villain role this time. I'm glad I chose not to kill the baby. You know what? This is what you get for killing the baby, actually. Alright, I'll do one more quick ending before finishing off the stream, I think. So, we'll do a, No, this is kill him. I want to go to saving him. Letting him live. Not saving him. Let's just finish off all the romance route stuff. Now I can relax! Hold on, where were we? Huh? You want to do it with the mask on? What do you want about? We're about to do something that requires the mask off? Because... You should see your face! Mask really does seem to put her in a better mood.
Did you forget? I'm the scion of the proud Osuzuki family, Kurana Osuzuki. There's only one place you're permitted to kiss me. I will permit you to swear your eternal subservience to me.
What, on your foot?
Me right here.
What's the top of her foot? Yep, I felt a little exasperated. One thing we're certain, Kurara Uzuki I fell in love was always domineering like this. So what makes her what she is. And if I may, tried to speak humbly as I sat down by Kurara's feet.
Well, how do you feel?
I'm so honored.
Oh yeah, this route he's into that. I want to protect this one for all of time. In order to make that happen, in order to secure happy, yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, same dialogue.
You can kiss my foot on top of the mountain of corpses I'm about to make!
Oh jeez, What? You don't...
Want to?
As you wish.
Alright, ending 61. So, I have gotten endings 87, 64, 92, 63, 65, 97, 95, 62, 86, 61. So, like, all 60s, 90s, and 80s. I have not gotten any numbered endings below 60 yet. Hold on, I want to see, go back to the, No, not mystery route. See, this should just have all of them be death. Unless Takumi was the only one left alive. But yeah, that is 10 endings. It would be more fitting if Takumi was the only one left alive. I feel like that's probably where that went. Alright. Just so because it will be a while before I stream again, I want to pick, killing him, Eito, because that's the path I took. And we're gonna go right here before the decision, and we're gonna see where leaving the school will go. And then we'll, save on, like, the day after it.
Everyone listen up. I think we need to get out of here for now, even if it's just temporarily.
Huh?
What's that? Someone destroyed Sire. They might be trying to send us a message. What happens if those monsters show up, huh? They'll take out the school, we're screwed! Or maybe you're behind all this shit and that's why you took out that bucket of bolts. What? I wouldn't do that. Beats me. But you're the one who murked Eiko.
Oh.
You're saying Mrs. Sumino was behind this. I suppose that's not out of the question. Damn it, I didn't think they suspect me of doing all this.
Yeah, no, I think we should stay! 30 messages can only mean one thing, right? Time for a blood-spattering killing game! I gotta go all flashy 2 peace signs with my tongue hanging out. I'm super psyched! Someone mentioned to get picked!
What the hell is she talking about? Let me ask you something, Takumi. If you said you've seen the future, right? Right, but it looks like you guys don't believe me. What makes you say we should leave? The school would be defenseless. I assume you understand this when you made your proposal. Right, I came back after living out an entire 100 days. I remember all the defensive battles we had. The invaders will attack again on day 7. That leaves us 3 days. One more thing, like I said, we have allies a fair distance from here. We can meet up with them. We'd be better off in our battle. We'd be better off in our battle, so I'd like to take the opportunity to go get them. Summarize everything I said yesterday as a reminder about the second to last Defense Academy. Second last Defense Academy? Is there really another school out there? Yeah, you'll have to believe me. I traveled through time for this to make sense, but I swear to you, I'm not lying.
Huh? I believe it, bro. I do. So let's do this place, okay? I'm telling you, that message is freaking me out.
Mr. Marco is shaking. He's definitely the one who will die first in a horror movie. Get it? Because, like, if you pick the other route and stay at the school, Gaku will die first.
Don't put that evil on me, dummy.
You know, it feels like it's been a while since I've voiced Gaku. I feel like I keep going back to the routes where he's already dead. Takumi, this threat didn't appear in the future, did it? No, it didn't. But maybe me coming back to the past caused something to deviate.
Huh? Deviate?
He means altered histories. If something happened that diverged from the historical present, it naturally creates a variation, a new timeline, just like in sci-fi stories. What the hell is historical present or whatever got to do with anything? So you mean Mr. Sumine will come back from the future, changing the past? So we'll tell about time traveling is suspect, but let's assume we believe what he has to say. If things are no longer aligned with the future he knows, then there's no guarantee the next attack will be on day 7, is there? Well, I knew it too. I felt like something was off, even beyond the threatening message. But I killed Eiko to change the future. Our biggest risk factor should have been taken care of. I doubt this deviation is that big just yet. The chance of the attack date being different is low. We should consider the risk and threat and evacuate for now.
Yeah, I'm with Takumi.
Gaku seems pretty traumatized by the whole thing, maybe because he was the first to discover the message. I appreciate that I got him on my side, but he's shaking up so much I worry about him.
Honestly, I have no idea what she should do. My thoughts are just rolling around. But I think I'm gonna have to try and faith what Takumi's saying. I'm gonna leave the school with him.
Right, so this is no mere prank. It's dangerous for us to take it lightly. I'm writing to Takumi. Really?
Writing? I never said this at Gone Glass and don't want to take charge, but still, this Darko thing is way too suspicious. I I went into the kill game, so I know we stay. I don't think I can believe Takumi so easily. I don't want to doubt him, but there's no proof at all.
And that's what my dear sister is. I agree, this might be a trap. I would never do that.
Sure about that? You think we should just get us to roll over and agree with you? It's too much to suddenly take your word for everything. This seems a little suspicious for me, I'm sorry to say. You want to stay here and enjoy a little bloodbath journey and friends, Shona? Excuse me. You're not guys like me, let's all kill these normies! Plus you seem to totally squeal and you die! Alright, a waste of space like me is doomed to die pathetically. I'm sorry, you should have just got killed in the crap stain I am. Then you wouldn't have to look at me anymore.
I don't give a shit if you think you're crap. I just stay in the school.
Shit, crap, all those fine words to describe me. With your blessing, I'll live out my final days in excrement-covered worm.
Hey, well, I'll be staying too if you don't mind. We don't trust Mr. Sumino. Besides, if we leave, we can't use the revival-matic. It'd be quite a situation if something were to happen to my beautiful little sister.
Brother dearest.
5 want to stay and 4 want to go. This is bad. Based on the message, all of us need to leave to satisfy their demand. There's enough time for me to persuade these guys one by one, which means... Man, forget it. If you're gonna leave without us. Fine, I'll just have to convince all of you then. Will you guys give me some time?
Oh, what did you have to? Again, find a trick? I need a trick?
Yeah, I'm gonna force you to see it my way. And I'll prove I travel through time. They'll have to listen to me. Whoops, I didn't see what that said. And you have to use the ace opposite. How do you plan on persuading us exactly? You're not about to spout some spiritual cult leader garbage, are you? Show me, you must be powerful about Leo.
You know about Leo?
I know about your affliction, too. When you attack someone, you develop a horrible allergic reaction on your body. You don't have to knock you out instantly.
I don't know about that.
I already told you during my first 100 days here.
Does it mean you're on my secrets too?
Your dad's addicted to betting on horse races. That's why you hate horses.
Ew, you even know about my worst loser, Dad? Why didn't I just kill myself?
Ima, Kaku, your parents passed away in a traffic accident when you were young. That's why Ima's done so much to protect you, Kaku, even if it means getting his hands dirty, right? Kaku, your dream is to be a detective because of your father.
I really do know our secret, but we never told you any of this.
Wait, did you come from the future for real?
His details are so specific that I have to believe you really did.
Now do you believe me? No, that's not quite proof to time travel. It was probably just some cheap parlor trick. You're no better than a fraud who's claimed they could talk to ghosts.
Yeah, you're definitely other ways he could have gotten our personal information. Maybe Siri told him, or maybe he got some in kind of database.
No, he really did tell me the stuff in the future. Get it now? Damn, dude, you almost had me there.
I get it. This is the route where we finally play a killing game, so let's start killing each other.
This is enough to convince them. I'm just gonna have to deploy my last resort, no matter the consequences. If you really want to do it this way, you may not like it.
What do you mean?
I only told you a little bit of what I know, but there's more secrets, ones you wouldn't want me to reveal in front of everyone.
Huh?
If you won't leave the school, I may have no other choice. It was a lie. I don't know any secrets. I was just bluffing. I was dead serious with an expiration on my face. Slowly met each one of them is, where's your proof? You sure want to prove it here right now? Is that a threat, you fucking coward? You know that? Sorry, but I don't have time for this. You agree to leave the school right now or else.
Alright, please, I'll leave. Just don't tell them.
How about the rest of you?
Fine, if that's when you do it, I'll go.
If my dear sister is going, I'm going. I also don't believe your time travel story, but I can't let her out of my sight. Whatever, have it your way.
I can't have a killing by myself. I'll go too. Yeah, I can't get through this if we all talk about our favorite gory visual novel this scene together.
Okay, we're all gonna leave the school now. Thank you. Hurry up and get ready then. I was expecting a persuasion. For that. Even if they still doubt I was from the future, at least I managed to avoid our most imminent threat. So night already. After managing to convince the others, I'm ready to leave, but no one has come yet. I'm exhausted. Maybe it's because I've been desperate to convince the people who wanted to stay. Fatigue is really setting in. Allow a deep sigh and close my eyes for a moment. This is making me sleepy. If I had a bed in front of me, I just know I'd be knocked out in an instant. Ow, my head feels heavy. Sore, maybe because I'm tired. Makes sense. The situation is turning me into a ball of nerves. Thankfully, pain woke me up. It smacked the side of my face to pump myself from the trip. Snap out of it, Takumi! You all ready here? Let's go then.
Yeah, it's dark now. We'll be okay, right?
Tomorrow, anyone who should be able to head for Second Last Defense Academy. But for now, we'll get through the wall of fire. We need to be roughing it tonight.
I mean, sleeping outside, sure we'll be running into any invaders.
Sister dear, your dear brother is here to be your personal blanket to keep you warm. You don't have to do that. So this fire extinguisher you're talking about really works on those flames? Yeah, it's only temporary, but it works.
We are boys and girls who grab the sun, ready to Valhalla!
Let's get moving. Come with me unless you want to be burned to a crisp.
Oh my god, Mrs. Jericho's so cool! She's gonna die like he's so cool too!
Hey, hold on. And that's how we all escaped to the other side of the wall of fire. Everyone was at a loss, seeing the massive razor runes all around us. Tomorrow we head to the second to last defense academy, and then it's no good. I'm too sleepy. We'll worry about it when tomorrow comes. I gave in to the listless feelings and closed my heavy lids. Morning already? Oh, wait, right. Forgot, I wanted to stop here. Alright. Yeah. So, I'm gonna end it here. Tomorrow, we will be doing the Joker Festival for Sonic Racing. And that'll be the last stream of the week since I'll be gone for over the weekend. And then probably back on Mondays when streams will start up again. Where I'll probably be doing Fire Emblem and rotating between that and this. I don't plan on pretty much doing anything else for the time being. It'll probably just be this and Fire Emblem next week, since I also won't be able to stream a few days next week either, so it'll just be this. Yeah, I'm too hooked on this game, and I'm really enjoying Fire Emblem, obviously, on my second playthrough. Oh, thank you for the follow. But yeah, Monday will be Fire Emblem, and I'll probably come back to this Tuesday. Will probably be the plan. Unless I stream Sunday, in which case I'll be back to this Monday. Either way, I'm streaming something Monday. It'll be either Fire Emblem or this. But yeah.